All right, so if you guys want to pop briefly over to the Campaign 21 map, the boat will show between Sinope and Tutmaricon. We are looking for the Distant Man. He's actually for Distant Man. Say, is it Distant Men or different mans? I never figured that out with mice either. Is if you have more than one mouse, is it mouses or is it mice?
Mice.
Tasha, you're gonna have to answer that one once and for all for us.
It's mice.
It's mice. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, then it's a mice if it is an animal, and it is a mice if it is a gadget. I'm sure the robots will contradict us when they take over the world. We are moving between Sinote and Tumut Urkhan. Our longboat status is actually pretty good if I look at it. We did a number of improvements. All of our ship's hold stores are full. Our crew has even got an elite group of sailors. Our commander is Tony. Rothgar is our commander. And we have one favor left of our nobles, and we are operating with the quest pip, which is even more important. That +1 has been a lifesaver, especially getting us a lot of swaggering. I know Fred was mentioning that he got, did you say 3 or 4 swaggering last week, Fred?
I got 3.
3?
Well, 3, total of 5 because I gained level, so I got...
That's pretty good. It all counts in the end. I think I locked 1, 2, 3 of myself with swaggering, which was pretty good. Mastery of Shield, Amalgam Blade, and Seize Sword Arm. Those are all reasonably good and useful for combat. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 ignobles last week.
6 ignobles, or how many swaggering? Maybe I misspoke on the.
Tough to tell. I would have picked up 3 on the level up because of my trait bonuses.
That's nice.
And I don't remember exactly how many I picked up in play. But you know, I maybe 5 or 6 swaggerings total.
6 swaggering. That's double most of us. You're monopolizing the dice too much here, Mike.
Yeah,
So
I didn't get any.
I start usually with my brother Rusty, and I think I will go ahead and again start with my brother Rusty. We're on the Distant Man map, and you can see that we are just resolved that skull and crossbones, which is just a combat encounter in this climax. You are searching for blue X's. Those would mark the 4 locations of the Distant Man. Do not be surprised if the demon as well is inhabiting the islands, so that he doesn't necessarily want his name to be discovered. You have no clue about the demon's name, except the fact that you'll need it if you want to defeat him. And from there, Rusty, you see the boat?
I do.
Give it a push into one of the dark areas.
Oh, how pleasant. Well, let's see. I'm sure there's got to be another bad thing over this way.
Okay. I don't think that's as bad as the other direction, but who am I to talk? I've only got a perfect view of the whole thing. Let me open that up like this. And shall we do with N? Rusty, do you have a swaggering N? Do you have either Killer Instinct?
I have no N.
You have no N, no
N.
impetus, no lucid, no voltaic. I'm going to go over to the next person in line then, who's not here. Conrad, you missed out. Mike, do you have an N?
I do not have any N's.
No, Tasha.
I have an N.
You do have an N. Which one?
I have impetus for my
impetus.
blade.
The impetus in the blade. Now I'm gonna pose this as a question, since we probably did not do enough of this last go round. In order to turn your impetus blade into a locked glorious impetus blade, how do you use it with the crew or the situation to apply it to play?
For my impetus blade.
Sure.
Well, being that. We have approached this scenario where there's no way, like, easy way to say this, but we've caught a very, very large fish, and it appears to be pregnant. And of course, as you know, I eat the babies of anything, so I use my blade to slash open the fish to eat the babies and feed the rest of the crew.
Is in this case, I think it's a perfectly appropriate for your catchphrase of "I eat the babies," and hopefully we're still trying to figure out if that's a translation problem or if you're actually just enjoy more carnage than most Vikings.
I can say it in every language.
Hopefully none that I speak. And give me a roll of a 7, down 1 for the quest pip. Give me a roll of 6 to lock that impetus blade.
There you go.
Easy peasy. And I moved the big die over to Mike. Mike, how do you want to move the boat from in? Since we now have a fresh fish and roe. Is it roe or is it?
Yeah, it would be roe
or
with
caviar?
ROE.
That's correct. Yep.
I will be a completist, and I'll keep going west around this here coastline.
Okay. All right. I'm going to draw a smaller box just to scare you.
Okay.
And you can see that appear, and you can round the horn around the island.
Yep.
Or and you will, I see. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt here, Mike. You know, because I'm sort of a nice guy. And saying that you see something up on the hill that's, you know, very strange. And that when you start to go into that cove between it looks like an isthmus and the shore where the forest is, if I'm reading my map correctly. As you move into this area right in here, let me move over, right between that little gap there, you notice that there's a collection of nymphs that are essentially, you know, calling you over and summoning you to come to speak. Classic nymphs, you know, water mermaids. Mike, you get the first card flip, I guess, with that. But before we do that, how do you approach them? Do you just rush in and start attacking, or do you want to have a pleasant conversation? What's your role with these nymph protectors of the distant?
Right. Fred, I think we were looking for blue flags. Is the people we're trying to find?
I know the blue X is one of the people you're looking for, Mike.
Oh, blue X is one of the people we're looking for.
Oh yeah, the blue flags. If you should find a blue flag, I will tell you by your choice whether or not which quadrant has somebody in it or not.
Okay, so this is somewhere that we need to be, and this is so this is not a hazard. These nymphs that I can't just say, the heck with it. How would I approach these nymphs?
Yeah, they seem to be the caregivers and protect the distant man.
Yeah, I'm a duelist, pugilist, berserker, man-at-arms, slave driver, brawler, houndsman, beast with grit fortitude.
I think you need a card, is what you're telling me, right?
Yeah, because, you know, my approach options are pretty much go beat them up.
All right, I'm going to go ahead, and unfortunately, your guys are going to have to trust me like you always do. And how about if I give you an ace of rods? It's a beautiful card.
Okay. Is this this isn't one of the tables that you put up on the
I did not. It's another surprise table, and we love surprise tables that I can just go ahead and post in the chat here for you. That's coming up now, Mike.
Maids of the Sea.
Nymphs. Great.
The maids of the sea fight like speared sharks flopping on the deck. Then Tasha cuts them open and eats their children. Just beware of the coral claws and serrated bites. Choice to gain either a clue or one of two magical prizes held by the sea nymphs: the helm of Mimir or the spear of Horner. Horner?
Onir.
Or near are within your grasp. Success rule to gain both the clue and the prize. Advantage difficulty 10. Quest pip is 9. Advantage swagger mastery of shield O. I do not have mastery of shield, and the longboat is not undamaged, so I guess I'm just going to have to roll that 9.
That is correct. You're going to have to roll that 9.
I will take me a clue point, and I can get one of the two prizes.
So you would have picked either I will take automatically the clue or automatically the prize. You follow? And then you would decide to roll for the other one. But you made the roll even without the quest pip, so you're going to pick up both.
Point of order, and we'll just assume there's a typo on the table, but it says success roll to gain both the clue and prize.
Correct.
So I get the clue and a prize.
Yes, your choice is either to gain one or the other. By making the success roll, you gain both. Okay. So which would you like, the helm of Mimir or the spear of Hoiner?
You sound
more like a spear guy to me, but I don't want to.
I don't think I'm a spear guy because I have pugilist and brawler. Although I do have and berserker, I have man at arms. But right, I'm the big bear man, so I would take the helm.
You're going to take the helm when I actually put the spear up. Why would you take the helm? Because you don't use the spear.
barehanded with my fists, and a spear would get in the way, whereas a helm just protects my head.
I
Okay.
thought you
doesn't
fought
block my
barehanded with your bare hands.
Let
That's
me
right.
let me change this then. And here you go, Mike. You can read it out for us.
And the helm. The helm of Mimir, the mindful. The figure of... Oh, I hope that wasn't anything. Sorry. Figure in Norse mythology renowned for his wisdom. After the Aesir-Vanir war ended and a truce had been established, he and Honir, his brother, were sent as hostages to the Vanir. The Vanir immediately made Honir a chief, and Mimir provided him with good advice on all occasions. When it was discovered that Honir was unable to act without Mimir's advice, the Vanir took Mimir and beheaded him and sent his head back to the Aesir. Odin took the head, smeared it with herbs so it would not decay, and sang incantations over it. Thus the head was given the power to speak, and it told Odin many secrets and gave wise counsel. Change any group command pip to a +2 for everyone. All rolls in a single round. The command pip must first be generated in combat. Ooh, that's pretty cool.
So essentially, by you wearing the helm, baneful things will happen over time. But for the moment, anytime you guys earn a command pip, everyone gets +2 to their roll for a full circle. And you are actually talking to Erasera, the deaf warrior. Now, he doesn't fully understand you, but he says, whether you made contact or not, that there appears to be a strong smell of lilac when you're near the demon. I'm not sure that's entirely helpful. Each of the distant man can provide 2 clues. And I will go on to Tasha. Tasha, let me get your card flip here. It is a 2 of cups. 2 of cups. I go down. I click again so I get closer. And here comes the 2 of cups. In the chat.
All this carnage confided to 50 cubits. You're in for a place where a man can maneuver. A man can do whatever he wants, but fail and lose 1 swaggering. Difficulty 9, advantage is skill delver. I'm a delver, actually. Huh!
Terrific. So you're
Three
rolling
dice
3
for-
dice.
Look at that.
And you have easily made the roll of a 9, down 1 for the quest pip, and an 8. I go on to Fred. Fred, you have flipped a card of a King of Rods. Could be a good card.
Okay, so repel the sea vixens before they tilt the prow and flood the hold. Success and to gain time and receive a clue from the distant man. Oh, so I can get a clue here, huh? Difficulty 7, advantage, swagger, effective spurning. Oh, I don't have that one. But this is only a 7. So
It's a 6.
Oh, a 6, yeah, 6, because we got the +1. And, well, missed it by 1.
Missed it by 1. I need
no penalty for failure, so that's good.
No penalty for. I got a backspace over the clue I was about to give you. That's sort of sad. And I go on to Tony. Tony,
actually,
you
Red,
yes.
Can I interrupt you really fast?
Sure.
When I got my swaggering, was that crafty deeds, cunning, and skills?
It is not. The only way to get crafty deeds is with a roll outside of a Q&D table.
Okay.
Would
I thought that was when I was doing when I rolled for the
when you rolled for your blade impetus, yes, it is absolutely blade impetus.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yes, forgive me.
Because that leveled me up. Yeah. Good.
Acquiring the helm, adventure ignoble, level 2.
Yeah, it's going to be part of this battle if that's the one you would like.
Oh, if there's going to be a battle...
No, well, that's what I mean. You're in a battle now, Mike. So if you...
Adventure, battle, prudent... I'll wait and see how this plays out then.
Yeah. Here you go with... I'm Tony. You got yourself a 10 of rods. We've yet to see a Bane.
Oh, 10's are always good. The rails are suddenly aglow with phosphorescent fingers and limbs, faces of the damned and drowned, collected by the sea gods below. Wait a minute. I thought someone killed them. Some guy, a famous guy. I can't remember.
It did,
Success and to gain time and receive a clue from the distant man. Difficulty 9, advantage, swagger, charismatic actions. Do I have charismatic actions? I do not have charismatic actions. So I am a 9. Let's make that an 8 because of the what's it called? Because of our quest pip.
Quest pick.
Oh, so close. Much like Fred, I've missed.
Wow, everyone is sort of blowing their rolls here. Let's see if I can do something with my 6, and still not a Bane. Rusty, we're saving them all for you, I think. Entice the throng of devil-spawned sirens away from the warm-blooded victims with the glimmer of jewelry. Fail and fall with a vicious wound. Oh, that's terrible. Do we have longbow treasure laden? No. Hey, we haven't been doing our job. We could have used the noble favor and started with treasure, Tony. I will try to roll an 8. Do I have any other Ds? The only D that I could possibly use on this would be magical, since the longboat is only above the magical.
Could I use telekinesis for you? It's a D.
You cannot. This is not the game of Delvers where we can
you can't do that.
No. You would humiliate me greatly by taking my action in the battle. And we don't want any blood feuds to start. I will try to make my roll of an 8, though. It's only a 7 on 2 dice, and I would pick up the ability of longbow treasure laden for our ship, and I did. So let me add that. That's very nice to have. And we give ourselves longbow treasure laden with my roll. And any other thing about that? No. 6s tend to be bad cards, as my brother knows. But I avoided the vicious wound.
Receive a clue point. Oh, sorry, that was on me. Never mind.
And we go to Rusty. Rusty's got himself a 9 of cups. No major
Bane?
shit. No, we have not flipped the Bane yet. I have to find out if I've shuffled these cards correctly. Now you can actually blame me again, Tony.
I told you didn't shuffle in 7 times. I know you did.
The boat is being overloaded. Way down. Deduce the fiendish aim. Brace and hold the hatches firm, keeping the rising water from flooding the cargo bay. Fail and lose 1 longboat swaggering. If the ship has none remaining, the battle is lost. Difficulty 10. Advantage. Skill. I can't read the
It's
BRA. Brawler. Okay, let's see. Skill brawler. Let's see. I am not a brawler. Okay, so 2 dice looking for a 9 or better. Nope. We lost the longboat.
Oh, there goes our treasure laden.
Easy come, easy go. They took away our treasure.
Oh, dang it.
I roll better with
I needed treasure because I need the desires fulfilled.
I go over to Mike. Mike, you got yourself our first Bane. It is a Queen of Coins.
Okay. On my tide, darling, you carve a path of wretched flippered fish scraps, and then Tasha eats their babies. Fail, and a random character severs a vicious wound. Difficulty 7, advantage skill berserker. Hey, I'm a berserker. So I need 3 dice for a 6.
3 dice for a 6. Be a hard roll to miss, I think.
Yeah.
And Tasha, I'm going to give you an Ace of Swords, not a Bane. Let me clip that out. I think we've had an ace before. Did you start with an ace? Is that your second ace in a row?
No, it's not my ace.
Mike
the maids of the sea fight like speared sharks flopping on the deck. Just beware of the coral claws and serrated bites. Choice to gain either a clue or one of 2 magical. Oh, it is because Mike took the helm and mirror from them. Advantage swaggering mystery shield, which I don't have. So it's for clue and prize.
So you can get a spear and a swaggering technique.
But I don't get.
I don't think you made that roll.
You get one?
No, I didn't. If I get one, then.
Yes.
Yes, you do get one thing, and we should have cleared that before the roll. But which would you have wanted? The clue from the distant man or the magic item?
You know, I think the Spear of Honor, probably.
Somebody else could easily get you the clue many
That's
times
right.
across the day. How many times is an ace going to show up? Well, who knows? Right. All right, we have the Spear of Hoiner. You can read it out to us.
Holder loses first round attack action. Instead, he reduces the threat number by 1 for any large plus human monster. Only useful in regular brash magic combat, not special.
special Q&Ds. So it's not useful for most of the stuff we're doing here, but later on, whenever we enter into a battle with where there's a threat number to lower, you would pass your first round of battle as if you have that sniper rifle and guns.
Yeah.
And I go on to the next flip. Who's up? Fred. Fred is up. How about a 3 of a knight? Yeah, Knight of Swords, but it is a Bane. Let's take a look and see what the Knight of Swords Bane gives us.
I'm not rusty. Why am I getting Banes?
Because
And
half
it's in
of
the
us
chat.
get them normally.
Okay. So the sea maids seem repulsed and seek sweeter meat. Your shunned flesh retains the taint of darker places. Success to gain time and receive a clue from the distant man. Difficulty 9. Advantage trait. What's the advantage trait? Gifted nymph. Which one is that?
It's no, it's gifted. That I cut and paste the word nymph in because of the
heard of that.
irregularities.
Never
No,
seen
it's
that
it's
swag,
trait
right?
gifted. You have the trait
Yeah,
gifted.
yeah, I'm gifted.
You're not a gifted nymph? Come on.
I'm just a gifted barbarian here.
You're rolling 3 dice and adding 1, Fred.
I think that's Fred's new character's new nickname, the Gifted Nymph.
The gifted nymph.
Yeah.
And he has made his gifted nymph roll this time.
Clue.
Yes, we get the second clue. Now, since we have both clues from Ericera, we will have anything else that gains a clue will instead allow the person to
And
escape.
we're supposed to get this demon's name or something, right? That's what these
That is
guys are.
correct. Yeah.
He smells like
Lilac.
lilac, and his name is related to a cognac or spirit, huh?
Yes, it is. And
Johnny Walker.
I think his name is
Is someone
That's pretty solid,
copy
Mike.
and pasting these somewhere so we don't lose them all?
Yeah, absolutely, because you can copy and paste out of the chat. Not.
Well, not me.
Our 2 clues
basically
are
gonna have to,
smells like lilac, and its name is related to alcohol.
Well,
can,
it says cognac or
Johnny Walker.
spirit, so it's kind of.
and it's amazing. I got myself a is it a 1/1? It must be the 1/1, the magician. It could not be another spear, and that would mean that that Tony has got the first.
So could I count that
Q&D.
as prudence, forethought?
Well, you can, but that's the only ignoble you'll get from this battle.
Oh, sure. I only need one more.
Hey, and here
Red
comes your
buzz
magician
up.
card. It counts as your action, Tony.
Okay. Even though we've already got the 2 clues from the.
Well, he's got tons of magic items, so we'll be picking those up too.
Well,
You've
I'm
got
just,
both magic items, and you have both clues from the gentleman.
yeah.
But you
so I'm
still will
wondering-
need
doing here?
to
Let's get the
flip
hell outta
cards
here.
on the table in order to get away.
Oh, there.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
There's cards in there that'll say you escape or whatever.
What happens is the ones that say possibly gain time for a clue is possibly changed to possibly gain time to escape.
And then
Gotcha.
go to an escape table.
Yeah. No, you're just going to have to. You would escape, for instance, on that last night that was flipped. You would escape with that knight, Fred, instead of getting a clue
Oh,
if all the
okay. So we
clues are
need to get
collected.
that card again.
One like it. There's plenty in there. So go ahead and read out your magician card.
Okay. Gain the swaggering bee. If you have them all, suffer vicious. I do not have them all. You may not lock it. It's glorious. Justify your decision with something with R. Probably ref.
Role play.
Role
So
play.
tell me, which one did you gain, and how did you defeat nymphs with it?
Well, because of my strong magic that surrounds me as a demigod, my mount grew wings and I flew away.
Okay. Well, your mount grew wings, and now you're harrying them from the air. You have not fully escaped yet, as the cards will probably reveal. Do a quick test, and no, we still don't have the server. And I move on to my card. My card, I got myself a card number 11. That's ugly. A force. Let's see what the force says. The force says, gain the swaggering R. If I have them all, take a vicious wound. Nothing can be locked as glorious. Which R do I want? Do I want speed and guile? Of course I want speed and guile. Speed and guile is a terrific one to get. So I've become speed and guile simply trying to avoid the nymphs. Maybe I'm pointing out that there is that I too have that dark spirit around me that would make my flesh not tasty, and of course that's a lie. And I go on to Rusty. Rusty, you got yourself How about an 8 of coins?
Not a bane? Fred
Not
took
a
my
bane.
bane.
I did.
Damn you, Fred.
Fred is taking people's banes now. Is there no shame?
Let's see.
Horror.
Against larger than life things, like so named the demon, fixate that you need to a comparable weapon. Still, the multitude of nymphs seem to immediately seem. Oops, something moved here. Okay. Seem the immediate threat, fail, and knocked unconscious. The battle must end in a D8 rounds, else you are pulled below the sea to drown, suffocating with your wiry smile. If the party has the spear of Hornier, add 3 to the roll. So we do have the spear. Tasha,
Yes, we do.
Difficulty 11, advantage skill, artillerist. Artillerist. I am not an artillerist. Okay, so I need a 8. I need a 7.
To avoid being knocked unconscious and possibly pulled to your drowning state.
Oh!
Wow, even
Whoa,
Rusty
not
with
the
all of
double
her
ones.
additions. It looks like in a
Now
D8
that's a
rounds,
Rusty roll.
if we're not all the way in a D8 rounds, Rusty is going to be suffocated under the water. Rusty, give me a D8.
Oh, man, we got to rescue
Unless
him
you, wish
again.
unless you want me to decide your fate with a D8.
Roll high.
5. That's a
Very
huge
good.
amount of
So,
rounds.
That's a good
That
one.
is not a huge amount of rounds. Oh,
I'll let you-
rounds or
I'll
turns?
let you count them down for me as I slowly put that 5 next to your name. And we go on to Mike. Mike, are you going to get this party out of here or not? How about a knight? A knight, I think, can get you away, right?
I was hoping you would flip me another ace just so I could have the helm and the spear. But yeah, what's the knight going to do for us?
Knight, it's a bane. But guess what? The banes, these are all banes on this table. Go ahead.
The sea maids seem repulsed and seek sweeter meat, like their own babies. Your shunned flesh retains the taint of darker places. Success to gain time and receive a clue from the distant man. Difficulty 7, advantage trait gifted. I am trait gifted. I now have all 6 traits.
It's an amazing thing what happened
It's an
last week.
amazing thing until we hit that table that says if you have all 6 traits, something bad happens to you.
That is true, but
In
the
the
bad
meantime,
thing is you go to the gods. You are a member of the gods, I would think, Mike.
I would
Give
become
me a 3 dice.
God damn it.
And
3
try to
dice.
roll us an 8.
How about an 8 on 2 dice? Or I'll do a 10 on 3 dice, whichever you
10
want.
on 3 dice means you've made it either way, but the 10 on 3 dice is what we're looking for. Mike, you are out of the battle. I go to Tasha. Tasha,
Yes.
we have flipped a 5 for you. I don't think we've seen a 5 before, 5 of cups especially. And
Bad not.
I do the cut, and I do the paste, and there it is.
Forgo the ones directly clawing at you and strike at the ones who's with the backs turned, trying to eat the crew. Fail, and a random character suffers a vicious wound. Difficulty 8, advantage swagger, killer instinct N. Do I have killer instinct N? No, but I do have impetus. Glorious.
And the blade will replace the personal swaggering of killer instinct. So you may roll 3 dice for an 8 to avoid that random character wound.
There we go.
And it's easily done. And Fred, I flipped for you the death card. And
Oh, boy.
Did I hit it in chat? There it is.
Okay, gain the swaggering J. If you have them all, suffer suspicious. You may not lock as glorious. Justify your decision with roleplay. Swaggering J. So what, just anyone off a J list?
Yeah, so J would be what? Ferocity, Herculean blade, replenishing mount, or
Oh, you know what?
shapeshifter?
I don't happen to have a single one of those.
How about Noga? You could even help the longboat, Fred, if you're being a
what is longboat
team
J?
player. It's pure, no curses aboard. Right now we're a cursed crew.
Yeah, so that would remove the curse.
Well, yeah, that would remove our curses. If you decide to help the longboat, that would be a nice thing.
Sure, why not? And could I take? Well, I already took adventure for this battle thing.
I think you already grabbed one for this
Yeah, I already
battle.
took one,
Even
yeah.
though the battle's not over, it's entirely
all
up
right,
to you.
all right.
And
well,
I
we'll do that.
I flipped a Bane card, but they're all Banes. A 2 of coins for Tony. Here it is in chat.
All this carnage confided to 50 cubits, yearn for a place where man can maneuver. Fail and lose one swaggering. Difficulty 9, advantage skilled. Sorry, Delver. I am a Delver.
Terrific.
Roll 3 dice of an 8.
3 dice for an 8.
I have succeeded.
You've succeeded. So you did not fail and lose a swaggering. I flipped a 6 for myself. So once again, I am enticing the nymphs with jewelry while I'm stealing their treasure. On a 7 on 2 dice. We do not have D anywhere. We used to have D. Here comes my 7. So I am going to give us back the treasure laden that my captain, Tony, has said he craves. And I go on to my brother Rusty. Rusty,
So we can hold it for a whole round
Okay,
this
so
time.
I'm unconscious, but this now we have 4 rounds to save me.
4 rounds to save you. Thank you, Rusty, and that's the way we do it. Mike, you're out of the battle. I go all the way to Tasha.
Can I re-enter the battle and try and save Rusty, or would that be tactically dumb?
It's not tactically dumb, but you do not have that option in this scenario. Everyone else who's standing must get away, and if they all get away within 4 rounds, is it Rusty?
Yes.
Within 4 rounds, he will be fine, or anyone else gets captured.
How many of us are still in this thing?
A number, but at any
boy.
time, any of us could get away.
Nice knowing you, Rusty.
Tasha, how about a 3 of cups? It's in the chat.
Watch in horror as your fallen servitors, some you may even once called good fellow. Well, no, I didn't. Rise up and commanded by a new master, the nymphs. Success and gain fury pip, difficulty 12, advantage long boat. Treachery expunged. It's a G. Do we have that in our boat?
We do not.
We don't. So I can roll and get
Do
it.
you have a G magic, which would be celestial?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
Well, let's see if you can roll an 11 and pick up treachery expunge. We have a treacherous crew, which is probably pretty
I rolled
common.
11.
To start out. And that is a success.
Yes.
So, Tasha, let's go ahead and give us a G swaggering on the boat. And that also, for at least the start here.
Today.
Yeah, the longboat is doing well. But unfortunately, you're still in the battle. And
We did get the fury pip.
We got a fury pip.
A king, a fury pip +2, terrific. And double fury in this case would be count as your escape. A king for Fred. Fred, you're still in the battle, I remember,
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah, I'm stuck here.
Here's a chance to get out.
Repel the sea vixens before they tilt the prow and flood the hold. Success and to gain time and receive a clue from the distant man. Difficulty 7, advantage, swagger, effective spurning. I have lithe. I don't have effective spurning on that row.
A lithe will cover if you wish to roll 3 dice here.
Okay.
The Blade Mountain Wizardry will all cover.
And this gets me out, or
Yeah, sure, because we're already now just gaining time. We already have the 2 clues from Eris Sarah.
okay.
And Fred is out of the battle. Mike is out of the battle. Tony.
Okay.
A 7 of cups. Boy, there are so few
Not sure if
Banes
you've
that I'm
seen
even
7.
flipping in this all Bane deck. In the chat.
And a 7 tells me hundreds perhaps have been felled. Tiring, claim a respite with a suitable distraction or unpredictable outburst. Fail and shaken. Difficulty 13. Wow. Advantage, swagger, irregular tricks, M. Do I have irregular tricks? I do not. Do I have anything to cover for it? I do not.
No M's. Okay, so
This
you're
is
going to
ugly.
need yourself a 12.
I may very well be shaken.
Well,
we are
we have
+2.
we have the +2 for fury too.
No,
And
that's
+1
Tasha's +2 for Fury, Rusty.
Oh, only Tasha?
Yeah, the command pip
quest
will
pip.
be shared,
Oh, okay.
just like the quest pip, but the
Mhm.
command pip only
Okay.
lasts around.
All right, well, let's roll it. Let's come on, lucky. 12. I've succeeded.
You are succeeded. You picked up a swaggering irregular tricks that you have it now, Tony.
Right.
Nicely
I
done.
used that.
And it comes over to me, and my card is a 3 of coins. 3 of coins Bane, but these are all Banes. Watch in horror as your fellow servitors, and Tony, some you may even once have called good fellow, certainly I do, our commander, rise up commanded by a new master of nymphs, I hope not. Longbow treachery expunged. Somebody just got that for us, which is terrific. Success for the Fury Pip. I need an 11 on 3 dice. Here comes my advantage roll. And I have done so. Now, you cannot lock the longbow swaggering as glorious, but the fact that I am now also have the Fury is great. Rusty, unfortunately, you're down. Mike is out of the battle.
We're down to 3.
Back to Tasha. Tasha, you got yourself a 6, an ugly card, but you do have the Fury, and maybe you can benefit from it.
Entice the throng of devil-spawned sirens away from warm-blooded victims with a glimmer of jewelry. Fail and fall with vicious wound. Difficulty advantage. Longboat treasure-laden. Are we treasure-laden at the moment?
We are.
So I have 3 dice for a 6 or
3 dice for, in your case, for a 5.
3 dice for a 5. Or you fall with a vicious wound. No vicious wound.
No.
And Fred is out of battle.
That roll.
Tony, you got yourself a queen.
Not my type, darling. You carve a path of wretched flippered fish scraps. Fail and random character suffers a vicious wound. Difficulty 7, advantage, skill, berserker. Am I a berserker? I am not a berserker. So, 2 dice of a 6. No problem.
2 dice of a 6, but you are still in the battle, unfortunately, right?
I am.
Yes.
And mine is against larger-than-life things, like so name the demon. Fixate that you need a comparable weapon. Still, the multitude of nymphs seems the immediate threat. Fail and knocked unconscious, I would be trapped like Rusty, and perhaps pulled to my death and drowned. Do I have a skill artillerist? Did I mumble that? Of course. Artillery list. Artillerist. Boy, that is a tough word. We're going to go ahead with an 11. I have +2 for the Fury and +1 for the Quest Pip. This is a roll I should be able to make, but I'm telling you, oh, that is a success. I do not pick up the skill artillerist. That's what it is. I'm overly complicating it, but I do avoid being drowned, perhaps like Rusty. Rusty, you went down another round, right?
Down to 2 rounds now.
Down to 2. Back over to Tasha. It is Tasha, Tony, and I. And Tasha,
Sorry, Rusty.
You've got yourself a knight. That could possibly get you out of this battle, I think. Let me take a look. Others have made knight rolls, I believe. And to you, Tasha.
The sea maids seem repulsed and seek sweeter meat. They can't have my baby. Your shunned flesh retains the taint of darker places, no doubt. Success and gain time. And receive a clue from distant man. Difficulty 9, advantage trait, gifted. Am I gifted? I am gifted.
You are gifted. It is 3 dice to get away, and the final roll, I believe, with your Fury and Quest Pip is going to be a 6. 3 dice for a 6. Come on, that should be easy. Yeah. Tasha is out of the battle. It is just Tony and I trying to save ourselves to save Rusty, and that can happen for Tony.
I add a Blade Wizard Mount Swagger.
No, I'm typing some character advancement notes up for Fred.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And and whisper those, Guy, if that's what you're doing. Give me I give a Tony a chariot card. A Tony, it's going to be the Swaggering P.
Swaggering P. I have, let's say, repartee. I have talking. Okay, I don't have paladin.
So you are now a paladin. How did you get paladin fighting the evil sea nymphs?
You know what? I picked up thought control.
Okay, how did you pick up thought control fighting the sea
nymphs? I started using my magics to try to force them away.
Did you force them away, or did you put some of our own slaves in front of you?
It was more I forced them away, but I more really just ended up delaying them. So
okay, well that sounds like sounds like a glorious thing.
You just resist their siren song with your thought control, but you resisted their own lure with your own power.
And I have flipped a 3 for myself. Watching horror as your fallen servitors, some of them even once you called Goodfellow, that's come again. But if I make the roll again, double fury would mean that I have escaped the battle, and it will be all up to Tony. So, success to gain that double fury pip. Treachery expunged we have. I am rolling 3 dice, and I am looking for a net total with my fury of
9.
A 9. Thank you. And I am out of the battle.
Oh, Rusty, you're relying on me. I'm sorry.
Rusty, you're down to 1 round, correct?
That's right. Last round. Tony's got to do it, or Rusty is
going to go into digressions, being drowned, I think. Let's see what we got
That's a
here.
Good card. Good card.
I have flipped an ace of cups. It has
Non-inverted?
got to be the easiest card, but it's not in this case. In the chat.
The mates of the sea fight like speared sharks flopping on the deck, but just be aware of coral claws and serrated bites. Choice to either gain a clue, well, as the other items are already gone. So it's just get a clue. Difficulty 10, advantage, swaggering, mastery of shield. Do I have mastery of shield?
No, let me rephrase this for you. You have a choice of getting one of the 2 magic weapons, which means you would steal it from one of your other fellow players, or you would have the right to automatically escape, which also saves Rusty, and then you would roll to steal the spear or steal the helm.
Is it optional?
Well, it is a choice. Do you wish to take the helm and then roll to see if you can save Rusty by escaping yourself, or do you wish to escape yourself and roll to see if you get the helm or the spear?
I wish to escape, and then I'll try to just happen to roll.
You have saved Rusty and yourself. Now give me a roll of a 10 with Mastery of the Shield O.
Okay, so I'm only +1 because I have no O's at all. And a 10, I apologize, Mike. I've stolen your
Helm of Mimir. That's the one that gives the bonus of the command pip to every player, not just one. And you are now the carrier of that helmet. It's more justified, the fact that the High Commander is.
That's perfectly okay because I needed desires fulfill profit power.
Yeah, but so did I.
Level 3. Mike, you can move yourself to Grumbler, and I will allow you to check your desires and profits from the fact that you had it and lost it.
Or, I could take adventure or battle or...
Well, then you have plenty of choices here. It's too easy. Rusty escaped that battle. Let's all get an ignoble from this. I mean, I'm looking at my sheet. It's certainly adventure. It's certainly Bard's Tale. It's a battle. I'm going to go ahead and check battle for me. I like to get that out of the way. It is not cunning and crafty deeds. It is magic and monstrosity, which is nice. It probably is desires fulfilled, the fact that we got 2 clues toward our mission. Prudence and forethought,
2 magic items. So
growth would be the tough one. You'd have to justify me. Hatred for sea creatures, that would be tough to play with, but it's certainly possible. And it is also heroics.
I will try and justify the growth. Once again, I'm the duelist, pugilist, berserker, man-at-arms, slave driver, brawler, houndsman beast with grit, fortitude, and I did not kill the leader for stealing my helm because I respect the authority of the leader.
All right, is that the growth you're going to take? Is that your character will respect the authority of the High Commander?
I will follow the orders of the High Commander.
Now, are you respecting Tony, which is a different growth, than are you respecting the High Commander? Because, for instance, if I was High Commander and I ordered you to jump overboard, just because I'd like to see you suffer in the water, knowing your condition, would you do that?
Well, that condition goes away at the end of this mission.
I know it does, but... So is it respect for the boat and the order of the boat, or is it respect to an individual? Tony is High Commander, which means you're going to be constantly fighting to get Tony back in that position as well.
No, it is respect to the... Oh, it's funnier to have it be respect to Tony. Yeah.
Okay, you have respect to Rothgar as part of your growth. I can see that. Everyone else has got their ignobles. We can flip back to Distant Man Matt.
Mike,
go ahead, Tasha.
Mike, did you see my message about the on the leveling?
I did not. Did you?
No, I whispered it to Mike. That was just quite, when you level up, do you get because there's like the original trait that you pick that you then roll on.
You get the trait bonus. I'm sorry, I thought that was for Fred. Yes, you get the trait bonus for any trait that you have at the point at which you level up.
Okay.
Extra personal swaggering for bold, extra skill for clever, extra wizard, blade, or mount swagger for gifted. If it's an even numbered level, you get if it's an even numbered level, you get a language. If you are going to level 3 or level 4, you get 2 skills.
Bueno. What language are people speaking on this here boat?
They mostly speak Varangian, which you probably should have already. That's sort of a Norse type of speech. Our patrons in the past have been Roman, which would be Latin and Greek. So if you do not have Latin or Greek, those would also be good languages for the campaign.
Oh, good. I will since Tasha's taking Latin, I will take Greek because I still have an unallocated level 2 language, which just says here, +1, ask about this next week.
And Mike, I think you were the last to move the boat, so I'm over to Tasha. Yep. Tasha, where would you like to move the boat?
Where would I? Well, I much like Mike, I'm a completist, and I kind of want to see the rest of this island. So over here.
Okay. I just there's the probability that you're going to find 2 distant men on the same island is quite rare. Do you wish to change your mind?
Might get a test of a swag.
Now let's go see this island.
Let's go that way. Okay. I talked you into the worst decision.
You did.
I apologize for that, but. And what do you see here? Probably have to draw it. And unfortunately, that's one of those conditions where the demon himself is lashed out. And the demon, I should probably just do it like this, because if you're going to know where the demon was up on the mountain and just hurled down at you. And what did he hurl down at you? I need to go to my demon here. And I need to go to the second one. Oh, it's the flying leech. Now, this is not just a single big bloodsucker, but a rain of small slimy critters. Everyone and the decks, everyone is affected, and the decks are just awash with this creepy mess. The crew will want to leave the region at once. Forget this quest completely. They must be calmed down by the commander and all of the player actions. So, remember last week when you guys used Berserker, Cartographer, Demigod, etc. to resolve one of these? Well, now we have to resolve, and I start with Tasha. Tasha, how do you convince the crew that they are not going to abandon this quest, that we have to get rid of the demon from the world?
Well, I recently discovered the benefits of being a tormentor,
okay. And I do not think we have used tormentors, so sure, let me put it on my list. And you're going to just are you going to sort of razz them and tease them, or are you going to really put the thumb screws on?
I understand that after the last battle where I was doused in blood, I didn't wash.
Okay.
And so I vow to appear in their nightmares if they do not move forward as I told them to.
That's a nice narrative description. Could you please give me a roll of 7 to back it up?
There you go.
And you're probably still whispering it to Mike. So, Mike, what was the roll that was made?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was, Mike, you should see that. I rolled an 11.
You rolled an 11, which is terrific. Each one of these could cost us a longboat swaggering, although we have a lot more than we had before, which is nice. I go over to Fred. Fred, you need to name me a trait, a skill, or a swaggering, and justify how you keep the men from rowing this boat all the way back to Constantinople and being done with this.
I've got the barber surgeon skill, so I'm going to apply that and remove these leeches from them.
You're actually probably telling them, hey, leeches, this is like a free day at the barber, to get a free leeching. The demon's doing us a favor.
Good. This is good. This is actually
this is good. Give me a 7 to save our +1 for the quest.
On 2 dice or 3 dice?
2 dice to save a longboat swag.
Look at that. I gave you an 8.
Terrific. I go over to Tony. Tony, how do you rationalize it with the crew?
Well, I start talking and start to argue with them, or to say, hey, we need to stay here. But then my mount butts in and won't stop talking and tell, no, look, it's okay. We got to stay here. So it's actually my talking mount that does it.
So they're probably mesmerized by Mr. Ed here, but give me a roll of a 7 to keep, or a 6, I should say, keep from losing that. And you did. And I'll just go ahead and say to add my completist in there, and as referee, always try to I've already used bold. Yes, I already used bold, so I will use energetic this time, and I will have a little hissy fit about the leeches all over me, and they'll all laugh at my unmanliness, and then they will think, well, I can't be like a Bren, and I have rolled my 7. or 6? I go to Rusty. Rusty, how do you justify keeping the men around?
I'm going to take their minds off all those leeches with some irregular tricks.
Okay, give me a roll of 6. And Rusty has made his roll, and Mike.
Oh, you're gonna like this one. Maybe. I'm using Houndsman / Beastmaster, and I have listened to Fred, and as you know, as Fred has convinced everybody that these are good bloodletting leeches for medical stuff, I'm collecting leeches and I'm storing them so that our barber surgeon can use them later.
Sure. So you're going to take the water tub and turn and add some leeches, which means everyone is going to have to be less afraid or going to die of thirst. Give me a roll of 6, Mike. And you are successful. This for everyone, by the way, is crafty deeds if you needed it. Yeah, and up to level 4, sort of simple.
How about
things.
prudence and forethought? Because I have stored leech for later use.
No, that's a little bit of a stretch at level 3, right, Mike? For you,
level 2.
Level 2? Okay, I'll give it to you.
No.
And did I start with Tasha? I did start with Tasha. Did everyone get a chance to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Seems like I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? Who didn't get a chance to go? Tasha was Tormentor. Fred was the Barber. Tony Talking Mount. I was Energetic. No, that's it. 6. Okay, there's only 6 of us today. All right, and we move on to the next encounter.
Can I get intrigue for that?
Intrigue. Which one is that? Give me the first word of it. That's adventure?
Adventure, travel,
yes, I will
and
let
intrigue.
You take adventure for that, Rusty.
Because, it's not every day you get leeches thrown at you.
Right.
Yeah,
a ball of leeches. Anyone that
right.
needs adventure can check to adventure. Crafty Deeds is the harder one to get, as everyone knows. So where would you like to move from? Fred, you are the guy on the spot. Where do you want to go from here?
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Let's see what this is up here. I went up there above the D.
You may be on the wrong map.
I thought it was.
Are you in the map climax or distant?
Definitely on the wrong climate. Long one. Distant Man.
Distant Man. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Yeah. Okay. So we've been over there. Let's see what this is right here.
Okay. It's an interesting thing, but we're going to only do it like this. Where to, Fred?
All right, I'm going to go more over here like this again.
All right.
We're supposed to be somewhere down south here, right?
And what next?
Isn't that what we were told, to be down south or something?
No. You're actually looking for an island and you're heading into deep water, if that means anything.
Yeah. I'm going to go right over here again. We'll see what this opens up.
Okay, we're from there.
I'm going to go right up here.
You're going to be a completist and go back to that island? You looking for a swaggering technique challenge?
No, I think there's an island right over here. Nope.
And we have another attack by the demon. And the demon has gone from horrible to, what would we say, enchanted, and then from enchanted to foul, and now foul up to invincible, I believe.
Thanks, Fred.
And let's see.
Already invincible?
Now.
Oh, God.
The area swells with what appears to be a bubble bath of thicker than usual salt foam. The vortex doesn't suck down, but rises up. When the bubbles spill over the ship's sides, the oarsmen on the deck below will scream in agony. Everyone who touches the foam receives a caustic burn. The players and warriors must rush and take over the oars. The ship must be rowed away as fast as possible away from this danger. Despite the unpleasant scalding, each man is going to suffer. So each player is going to make, in this case, it's going to be a difficult roll to avoid the loss of swaggering technique from the longboat. And it should be related to the fact that you're either using your strength to help propel the boat, your command authority to help lead the boat. since the warriors are taking over the rowers, they probably don't want to do that, or your own general ruggedness to get past this. So I start with Fred. Fred, you get to decide what trait, skill, or swaggering are you using to help save the boat from the caustic foam?
From the caustic foam, I'm going to use Mariner.
Mariner. Okay,
Yeah,
sounds good. Yeah. And you're going to need a roll of an 11. That's +1 with the quest. That becomes a 12.
Oh boy, on 2 dice?
2 dice.
Oh, well,
Well,
too far away.
Fred did not pass this obstacle. So let's go over to longboat status. And Fred, you can lose treasure laden, treachery expunged, no disease, no pure, no curse, seasoned crew. Which of those blue stones are we going to take off?
We'll take off the pure no curse.
On the our boat is cursed again. Everyone believes the curses are coming. And I go over to Tony. Tony, what are you going to do to make a difficult roll here?
I've always used the what's it called? I've always made this argument that undead rowers are much better because they are not affected by caustic pates. They don't complain, and they can row nonstop 24 hours a day.
All right, give me a roll of an 11 on Necromancer.
Oh, nope.
What did we lose, Tony?
Democracy.
Democracy. We already lost democracy. Conrad took it off the boat last week.
Sorry. Okay, I missed that one. Sorry.
It's battle hard, camaraderie, seasoned crew, no disease. Undead. Trust us, we could lose 4 more with rolls of 11s.
Okay, the camaraderie is gone.
Camaraderie, they say, hey, if you're going to force us to row when we're not rowers, out we go. And necromancy, you failed to roll in necromancy. I should probably try to make it just to prove I'm the better necromancer. But by the terms of the rules, I should not repeat. I'm going to use pyrotechnics and try to pop the bubbles, burn them out of existence. Ha! Huh. What I ended up doing was I ended up melting our own gold.
Of course you did.
Most of the people thought it was cursed anyway. Rusty, how do you get past this?
I'm going to use voltaics, lightning bolts, burst the bubbles, etc.
Okay, give me a roll. 2 dice, 11 plus 1 would be a 12. Rusty has used his it's lightning that's needed. Mike, we have only lost 3 swaggering so far, which is pretty good.
Has Berserker been used yet?
Berserker was used. Let me look. No, yes, it was the first thing I think we used last time we had to face the roar.
How about Ferocity? Personal swaggering J.
Ferocity has not been used.
I really, really don't like water at this point, or whirlpools, so, I, of course, row as ferociously as I can.
Give me a roll, please.
I hate whirlpools so much I'm debating using my last make roll for this, but I won't. I'll just fail my roll.
We're not at that point yet, but we are pretty close. So which one do you want to lose, Mike? The treachery expunged, the no disease, the seasoned crew, or the battle hard?
Well, because Tony tried to make undead rowers, I think that undead cannot be seasoned crew.
Okay, so seasoned crew is already lost.
No, I just took it off myself.
Oh, did you just drag it off? Okay, thank you, Mike. And I go over to Tasha for our final roll here. What skill do you use to get us rowed out of this hazard, Tasha?
I'm going to use Magic Demonic.
Magic Demonic? Okay, we're pulling out the heavy guns. Yes, Demonic. Have we used Demonic? No, we used Demigod, but not Demonic. Give me a roll of an 11, plus 1 for a 12. Missed. What did we lose? We lose the treachery, we lose the no disease, we lose the battle hard.
I'm gonna say I'm looking at what I have here right now. So GI&T.
It's probably the best way to do it.
I have all 3, so it doesn't really matter. Anyone else have any thoughts on GI or T?
No, I'm
just referee. I would say always take the highest on the list because they're the hardest to get.
G. Treachery expunge.
Okay, treasury expunge goes off, and now here's our recovery from this. Once we get out of the soap bubbles, I'm going to let us go one more round of sixes. This time, our 6 skills, 6 techniques, 6 traits, and you can pass if you want because you are using up skills the group might need later to save their lives if this gets more dangerous. But the chances we can add a longboat swaggering. I'm going to start with Fred. Fred, did you wish to use a trait, skill, or swaggering to try to restore 1 longboat swaggering, as in democracy? You're going to talk to the guys and try to give them more.
Sure, and I could use rabble rouser to do
Rabble
that.
rouser's perfect. Give me a roll of a 7 plus 1 is a 6. And Fred has given us all democracy. And Tony, what are you going to add to? I should say, Tony, Inhuman Watchdogs. We need to skill something in that.
You want to pass? Tony, at the rate we've been losing swaggering techniques, the next time the demon attacks, we lose our boat and die. We just lost 4 swaggering techniques in that last
I will point of order that you don't die, you just go adrift at sea.
Right, but I'm just saying, we lost 4 or 5 swaggering techniques in that last event. We now have a total of 3 on the boat. We need to be making these rolls now.
Yeah, I was just thinking in the long run to having, to do 3 more distant men.
Right, but it's a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
All right, what the heck? I will do it. I will use something no one ever does. I will use the horticulturist, because no one takes horticulturist, and it doesn't even show up in the tables, it seems. I'll use my horticulturist skill to make a herb that gets the makes the men better. Better so they can relax and allow Tasha's inhuman.
You pass the herb, and when you start to smoke some of the sea nymph herb, we end up with inhuman watchdogs among the crew as well, which is fine. And so I go on to give me a roll if I can see it. Yes, 6. And over to me. I think I will use up the rugged skill. I will essentially bring orderly kept by doing the hard work myself. Hey, no, you guys all rest.
Does this mean that all the traits have been checked off?
That means that the 3 traits I have been checked off, methodical and gifted and clever, have not been checked off. And I'm going to try to roll my 6, and I did, and I got us orderly kept. Rusty, how do you give us camaraderie, or do you pass?
I'm going to use my spirit guide to basically enthuse the group with camaraderie.
Give me a roll of a 6, please. And you are successful. And Mike, you going to pass after you talk Tony into taking a chance?
No, I can't pass after I talk Tony into taking a chance. Has Mastery of Shield been used yet?
It is not.
Then I will use Mastery of Shield to get us undamaged by going, look, there's a hole right there. Here's how you plug it.
Okay, so you're going to basically use your skill using a shield and apply it to the boat.
Yep.
It sounds like a great use of that. And Tasha, the last one is vermin free. How do you get rid of the rats on the boat?
Well, I'm a gambler. And sometimes I figure you got to, roll the dice and sacrifice a child or two to get the rats to flee the boat.
Or in this case, a rat or 2.
Yeah, let's maybe specify on the mother rats. I will let you apply gambler to this, even though it's a bit of a stretch. Give me a roll of a 6.
There you go.
And we have got it. So we restored the lower section of our longboat swaggering, which may come in handy, and it didn't cost us a whole lot. 6 other skills. I'm back to the distant man map, and I'm moving. Fred was the one that moved us over into that area. I move over to Tony. Where would you like to go from here, Tony?
To go anywhere near where they've chosen. In fact, the men probably want to go somewhere else, so let's sail around this way.
Sail around that way. You go back through the strait at Q. Is that correct?
NQ up that way.
All right. Let me do this as well and give just a little bit more visual area of the map. And let me then draw where you have been. I think I could probably effectively show you that.
Perfect. Well, then let's go towards the shore to see if there's someone on that island.
Do you have a swaggering of
Speed and
Speed and Guile,
or
Gladiator Fleet, Spirit Guide? We already have it on the boat, or you could have gotten it for the boat.
Okay. I do not have any of those. I don't have
I
Speed and
have
Guile,
a
Gladiator,
Spirit Guide locked.
Yeah, it's Tony. Which one of those
None.
4 would you like to get?
Oh, actually, I have a chance of picking it up. I thought this was one of the ones I had to have, so it would go to the next person if I didn't have it. Or because it's already on the long
we've
boat.
been doing it on the prior encounters.
Is that because it's on a long boat, so I can actually try to grab it?
No, you're right. I'm cheating myself as referee here.
Okay.
Since you don't have it, I go over to me. An R. I can try to lock my Speed and Guile. I'll try to lock my Speed and Guile. Or on a roll of a 6 or better, I get it. On a roll of a 5 or less, I lost it. And here comes my roll, and I have locked my Speed and Guile. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate that. And we move over to, I pass my turn over to Rusty. Rusty, where'd you like to move from here? Nobody is wounded, is that correct? Or did we have one wound from last week?
I don't think anybody's wounded.
I think somebody lost a rugged, but they'd have to be on the honor system with that.
But that might have been Conrad or Ovi.
Okay, Ovi was not here last week.
Rusty lost a rugged.
Let's see. Did I lose my rugged? Let's see here.
And didn't Conrad get wounded?
I used my... I'll have to check, but it didn't. It doesn't look.
Maybe
like
it was Conrad.
And but if you use your rugged, it will replenish each week. We decided we would do this as a house roll, so we would get back our energetics.
The rugged doesn't matter.
We get back our bold to ignore. What does the bold do? It ignores the first loss of swaggering. Bold can do that. Bold does something odd that I always.
Bold lets you ignore the first escape method.
That's right. Ignores escape or forced escape.
Once per adventure, you can sacrifice any swaggering to gain a fury pip.
Well, that's interesting too.
You are shaken for 1 round, not for the duration of combat.
And Tony has decided to go this way. I'm just
That's
to do
Rusty that just went that
Rusty
way.
is moving that. Rusty, there you go.
Yeah, because Tony just found us the R.
All right. I tried to help you out here, Rusty, but afraid that's another red cross of doom.
Holy crap! How strong is this thing now?
Oh.
It's gone from invincible to the next level above that. That may be. I'm gonna have to. Mike, you want to post those again for us?
I'm not the one who's keeping that list. I thought that was Tony.
Yeah, I got that. Give me 1 sec here.
It went from nasty, horrible, enchanted, foul. It's now invincible. I misspoke. We went from so we have uncovered 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So it started at nasty, went horrible, enchanted, foul, and invincible. We just turned invincible. All we have left is heinous and great. Number 7 and number 8.
All right, so 2 more times.
So 2 more times. And I guarantee you're going to find 2 more times of these. And we have had the.
What do we need now? 15s?
15 for what, Fred?
For our rolls.
Oh no! It's not going to be that bad. Let me see where I am.
14.
We did the flying leeches. We did the foam, the mist. Okay, from here the players move in a haze, and they could end up days and days off course. You have to describe to me how you stay on course. It is only an ordinary roll. So I start with Rusty. Rusty, give me an ordinary roll on how we stay on course.
Oh, well, let's see. How do we stay on course? I think with my concentration.
Concentration. Absolutely. Give me a roll of a 6 or better. And Rusty is sabotaging the crew now. Rusty, what did we lose on the longboat? Did we lose our battle hard? Did we lose our democracy? You guys hate the democracy. Did we
get
lose
rid of vermin free? I like rats.
You take off vermin free because you like the rats. All right, they are entertaining in many ways. Mike,
because I have voltaic anyway.
How do you keep on course?
Well, as a duelist, pugilist, berserker, man-at-arms, slave driver, brawler,
pick one already.
Fortitude. I use my effective spurning to have the guy who's the watch, the guy who's on watch, stay alert.
Okay,
I'm using effective spurning.
You sold it at the end. I was going effective spurning. Yeah, this is going to have to be something. Give me a 6 or better, Mike. And Mike has passed his obstacle. Tasha.
Trying to keep them.
I think
from
we can all
falling-
check adventure for this or Bard's Tale.
Trying to keep them from falling asleep. Is that our goal here?
Well, how do
you know,
we stay on course in the demon mists?
I was saying, of course. Well, I've been hunting this very, very large creature. For
Hunter?
quite some time. Yes, indeed.
Okay, so you're gonna follow the Marlins. Go ahead and give me a 2 dice for a 6 or better, please.
There you go.
Success. And Fred, how do you keep the ship on course?
Okay. Has disarming blow been used?
Let me look, and you're gonna have to justify that one to me. It has not been used, but how does disarming blow come in?
Better. How about biting blade?
Biting, but once again, how does
snap the
biting...
crew on the butt to get them motivated?
I'm a bit confused on the biting blade. Are you hitting the navigator to make him afraid of you more than the actual fog? How does this work for you?
I've already been beating on the navigator. Come on.
Well, not the navigator. Perhaps the
pilot.
The guy who drives the oars.
The second navigator, so he's
You're going to attack the third Remigis? That's me. Okay, go ahead and give me a roll of 6 or better with your, what did you say, blade biting?
Yeah.
And bit me with your biting blade. Stop that, Fred. And I go over to Tony. Tony, how do you keep the ship on course?
Well, with my knowledge as a bowman, I understand how the winds work. So I read the winds and be able to help direct us on the proper path.
Sounds like a good thing. You can also fire flaming arrows into the thing, so we see where we're going. Oh, that basically tells us that that didn't work.
Tony, I am so sorry that one didn't work because I was about to literally applaud you for that narrative.
I'm going to pull damaged off. You basically have been firing arrows, flaming arrows into the area and saying, because they stick on the land, we know that's the safe way to go, and we ran aground and we damaged our boat. And
no
over to
democracy.
me, as the last pick, I'm gonna offer incentives. I will use my briber skill. I haven't used it in a long time. And I'll offer incentives to not do what Tony did. No, for men on the mast who can spot navigational hazards. 2 dice for me. Let's see if I can make it. And I have made it. So we lost 1 or 2, but we still have a fair amount. It's not terrible yet. I go to Mike then, right? Mike, push the boat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can survive 1 more.
You can survive 1 more catastrophic one, you're saying, right?
Yeah, we can survive 1 more catastrophic one as long as we don't lose any more swaggerings. All right, I'm going to go that way.
Okay.
And you did say we could take adventure for that, for those demon mists, right?
That is correct.
I am looking for a battle because all I need is a battle to level up to level 3.
Okay.
How about audacity?
Heroics audacity would not apply for here, Mike, and Fred, unless you wanted to really cripple yourself. That the only way you can check heroics again is by fighting an even bigger demon than Sony.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's got to go up. So, I guess I'll just.
How about Bard's Tale?
Bard's Tale. Yeah, I'll just click that
to
one
get
off.
past this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all low level. Mike, that looks like an eye to me. So we're going to call it an eye. Do you have an eye to lock as glorious?
I have feigns.
Feigns, very good. Give me a roll of a 6, please.
No, it's a 5.
Oh, you lost your feigns, Mike.
Oh, well.
And I go over to Tasha. Tasha, people want battle, and somehow you feel in your hunches of hunch that if you go toward the east, you will run into a battle.
Well, I'm always good for a battle.
And she's going to go down south.
And I think we have a battle.
Where's the battle? I went east.
It's a little X.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
And the battle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't use number 1 because we're actually out to sea, but I believe I can use. Yeah, that's an ugly one. Let's use the ugly one. How about we have a sea monster surface?
Woohoo.
We are all going to take cards on Zone of Terror and then follow that with Dance of Death to get away. So you're going to transition instead of zone of terror, transition like onto a claw or the back or onto its jaw. You'll transition with any successful roll from zone of terror into Dance of Death, and then from there you're out. There are some things that can get us multiple abilities here, so multiple people passed. So I'm way down in the tables here under Q and D.
I've got it on the tool. Yep. Tony, if you've got the tool open, that's under Dragon, of course.
Very nice, Mike. I will call the cards out as we get them. Tasha, you get the first card on Zone of Terror.
Actually, before you give me a card, is this a Brash Magic table?
No, this is a special monster.
Simply a Q&D called Zone of Terror. It's normally used with dragons. I'm using it with a sea monster. How about a 10 Bane?
I believe
Bane, but how about a 10?
Yeah, I don't think it has Banes. I agree.
No, they're all Banes.
Yeah, Tasha, you're just in the breath weapon of a dragon.
Struck by the swipe of the horn-tipped tail, success and move to tail, but fail and suffer vicious wound. Difficult 10, advantage trait rugged. I am not rugged. So
it's going to be a roll of a 9, or you're going to suffer that vicious wound. If you're successful, look at that. And I'm saying because you're successful, you're going to, instead of moving to the tail here, you're going to move to Dance of Death. I will keep track of that if you don't. Fred, here comes your card. Fred, how about I give you a Wheel of Fortune, and we shuffle. And this is where Tony has been in the past, before we had a magic computer deck. He never trusted the fact that I shuffle the cards 4 times before I put them back in play.
Not enough.
Did you hear the 4 shuffles?
I did not. I heard you shuffle 1 time.
I was gonna say.
Wait a second. I thought I shuffled. I thought I shuffled at least 8 times. All right, that's
2. That's 3. That's good. That's good. We want to cut right there.
You want to cut right here?
Yeah.
I can't palm cards this big, the size of a tarot deck.
You know, Tony, I have a cribbage app on my my smartphone that has a manual shuffle button, and I hit it 7 times every time thinking of it.
How about if I give you a 3 of coins? A 3.
How about
it? But it doesn't matter.
Let's do it. All right. Swiped up in a claw, struggle to prevent the creature from merely crushing you. Success and move to the front claws. That's a good spot, right? But fail and suffer a vicious wound.
It's move to a good spot or move to a bad spot.
Advantage trait gifted, which I am. All right.
I'm noticing that 13, and I'm going, oh my God, this is an ugly table. Sorry about this, guys.
At least he's got a quest pit.
Well, they're dragons, but that, and then I get 3 dice. So woohoo!
3 dice plus 1. You have made it, Fred, with your 16. You are almost out of this battle. Tony, here comes your card. How about if I give you a 6 of rods inverted?
6. Avoid the flaming breath of the monster by protecting yourself behind cover and staying clear of the path of the sea monster's swinging neck. Fail and suffer a vicious wound. Of course, difficulty 9. Advantage swagger, better valor. I do have better valor. So I'm rolling an 8 on 3 dice to avoid a vicious.
The breath weapon, yes.
I have done so.
But you're not in the zone of terror yet.
Still in the zone of terror.
In my card, I've got myself a queen. Slowly circle and induce the beast to turn and face an ally or an unseen host. Boy, I'm just selling you all out. Success to move to the hind legs. Difficulty 14, trait clever. I am neither. A 13 on 2 dice seems almost impossible, but I'm not going to waste my 2 make rolls at this moment. Here we go. I did not. I'm still in the zone of terror with Tony. Rusty, here comes your card. How about an 8 of swords? Bane.
8?
All right. I thought you said there was no Banes.
It's all Banes.
Oh, okay.
You love this table. It's all Bane.
Take and command the beast. Taunt and command the beast to deal with you first.
That's fail. Why Red's roll failed.
Fail, and the selecting player suffers shaken penalty. Okay. Difficulty 11. Advantage trait bold, and I am trait bold.
3 dice for a 10. It doesn't get you out of the area, but it keeps you unshaken.
That's precision.
Precision is what you want in this case. Mike, your card is going to be a 10 of rods.
A 10. 10s are always good. A 10. Struck by the swipe of the horn-tipped tail, success and move to the Dance of Death, but fail and suffer a vicious wound. Difficulty 10, advantage trait rugged. I am rugged. 3 dice for a 9. I am in the
You are
death-
moving into the Dance of Death area. Tasha, back at you. I believe you get a Dance of
Yes.
Death card.
Point of order. Since the
Yes.
dance
I do.
of death is technically the creature's thrashings after it's killed, should we not force everybody in the zone of terror to get to the dance of death before we resolve that?
It would probably be best that way, but I think in certain situations of the Dance of Death, Tasha could flip a card that could get us all out, Mike.
Okay.
So I'm terping this as it's making its initial bites and crushes and whatever at our boat. And then once we get somebody with the wherewithal to get us out of here, that Dance of Death card will represent that. Let's see how it plays out. Tasha, you got yourself a 6. That may not help us in this situation, but if somebody could post it, please.
Crouch and cover. No place is truly safe. Fail and suffer vicious wound. Character swaggering mastery shield O. Difficulty reduces by 2. I do not have any O's. Does our boat have
This
an O?
is your one and only card on this table. Does the longboat have an O? I look over at the longboat. The longboat has undamaged, so I would think you'd want to take advantage of that by
Why would I do
getting
that?
behind the hull or
I do not
the
have-
rail.
I don't
So
have armor smithy, so
You do have armor smithy. So
I don't have armor.
Oh,
smithy.
you don't have armor smithy. So let's give you -2 for having the cover from the damage undone, and you got 1 for the quest pip on a roll of a what is that? A roll of an 8. You're going to avoid the vicious wound. This is the one and only card you get here in Dance of Death.
Can I take my Fury Pip as well?
If you wish to activate it right now, you can. Yes, that would be using your energetic skill trait, wouldn't it?
Yep. Yes,
Okay.
it would.
Go ahead and give me the 2 dice then.
And then the Fury Pip gives me an additional 1 or additional 2.
Additional 2.
Yeah, so now I'm at a 6. I think I can probably hit a 6. I did. Look at that.
And you're out of the battle. Fred, you are already across the battle as well.
Yeah, I'm in the claws.
You're
Dance
in
of
the
death.
Dance of Death. So let me give you your card, Dance of Death, and you are going to have a 7, Fred.
All right. Avoid magical cavities which seem to bubble in the fabric of reality before popping back to normal. Fail and add a half D8 step towards oblivion on your tally of warped outcomes. Difficulty 11, advantage skill acrobat. Yeah, I knew I took that for a reason. All right.
You need a 10 on 3 dice, Fred, or you're going to suffer a little bit of a warp setback.
Yeah. We don't want that.
Woo! Out he goes. And Tony, you are stuck like me in the main battle.
The zone of terror.
We got ourselves a 4.
A 4. A 4 tells me overcome the impulse to treat the sea monster's actions as instinctive. There's a pattern to its attacks. Fail and suffer vicious wound. Regardless, all players gain Fury Pip.
Thank you, Tony.
Difficulty 12. Trait methodical. Am I methodical? I am not methodical. So I need a 12 and 11.
And 2 more for the Fury Pip. You need a 9.
A 9. Can I roll? It's a vicious. Why not? Let's try. Come on. Here we go. A 9. Exactly.
A 9 is a success. He rolled it. Why would you roll it? Okay, you rolled it. Unfortunately, you're still in the zone of terror with that roll, and it comes over to me in the zone of terror. I got myself a knave card. Those are never good.
Ugh.
It says, shout and inspire. Get all to see this as just another animal that needs killing. Fail and all players are shaken. Well, goodbye, Fury Pip. It's a rabble rouser. I am not a rabble rouser. Wait, I am a bold rabble rouser. It is 3 dice, and I need a 9, down 2 for the Fury Pip that Tony got me, down 1 for the Quest Pip, 3 dice. This has got to be a gimme, and it is a gimme. So we are not shaken, but I'm still in the zone of terror. Rusty, are you still in this battle? You are, right?
Yes, I am.
Are you still at the beginning of this battle, or did you move to the end of the battle?
No, I'm still in the beginning.
How about if I give you a 2, Rusty?
Experience the inferno when swatted to the side of the arena by a combined strike of claw and tail. Fail and lose any swaggering technique. This loss may be taken personally or from your weapon or magical abilities. It may not be removed from your mount nor suffered collectively by the group's longboat. If present, the character without appropriate techniques to lose is outright slain. Difficulty 11, advantage, Blade Defender.
On a roll of a 9, down one more, a roll of an 8, you pick up Blade Defender and you avoid the loss of a swaggering, Rusty.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do. Nope.
Oh, you missed it by 1. Ouch. Okay. Rusty.
So I lose a swaggering.
You lose a swaggering. You cannot take it from your boat. You cannot take it from the mount. Do you have any that are not locked as glorious?
Yeah, I have. Let's see. Concentration is not locked as glorious, and so is Gladiator Blade. So
which one would you like to lose?
I'll get rid of concentration.
Concentration. Mike, are you still in this battle?
I am in the Dance of Death.
Dance of Death. Your one and only card you need to take, Mike, is the Empress. I do believe there's a special table Q&D for this.
Empress says until the deck reshuffles, ignore the effects of any major tarot picked.
Okay, that's a good one, I guess. And here comes the card. It is going to be a 9 for you, Mike, in Dance of Death.
I'll take the 9. Smacked to the side. Recover and move quickly before you're struck again by a recoil of tail. Fail and lose any swaggering technique, which may be taken personally. Weapon magical abilities may not be removed from the map. Maybe not. Blah, blah, blah. Difficulty 10. Advantage trait rugged. I am rugged. I have a fury pip. I have a quest pip. I need to beat a 7 on 3 dice. I am
and
safe.
you are successful, which is nice. And Mike is out of the battle. It is
start leveling myself up then, because I get to check the battle.
3 in the battle and 3 out of the battle, and it goes to Tony. Tony, how about if I give you a 2?
In the Zone of Terror, a 2.
Yeah, you're still not out, I think, with that.
Experience the Inferno. Experience the Inferno. Oh, Mike did it for me. When swatted to the side, build the arena by the combined strike of beak, tentacle, and tail. Fail and lose any swaggering
octopus
technique.
Now.
Yes. This may be taken personally or from your weapon or magical ability. May not be removed from the mount or suffer collectively. Character without appropriate techniques to lose outright slain. Difficulty 11. Advantage Blade Defender. Do I have Blade Defender? I do not.
It is an F, and the boat does not have it either to cover. So give me a roll of, what would it be, an 8? An 8 to pick up Blade Defender.
Could I, yeah, what the heck, I'll roll that. Why not? There you go. I pick up.
You made it. You pick up F, Blade Defender, and you're still in the battle. So am I. How about if I give you my card? And it is a 10. A 10 in the Zone of Terror. Terror is struck by a swipe of a horn-tipped tail. Success, and I will move to the Dance of Death here, but fail with a vicious wound. I am rugged. I am rolling 3 dice, looking for, I think, a 7. And I've made it, so I'm in the Dance of Death. Rusty, your card comes at you as a king. Should be a good card.
In the Zone of Terror.
Let's see.
Right?
Yes.
Let's see. Flatter the great beast and get it to nod or laugh. Success and move to the neck or carapace. Difficulty 13. Advantage swagger repartee.
Repartee P. We do have camaraderie in the crew if you do not have repartee.
I do not have repartee.
Well, why don't you take the 3 dice from the crew?
I'll take the 3 dice from the crew. 13. Let's
you
see.
Need a 10 on 3 dice.
Nice. Okay. Well. All right.
Boom. And Rusty is in the Dance of Death. Rusty and I are one more card to get out of this. Tony still wants to fight the beast himself.
Zone of Terror, yeah.
How about if I give you another 3, Tony? I don't think it's going to get you out. Oh, yes,
3,
it will.
swiped up in a claw, struggle to prevent the creature from merely crushing you. Success and move to the Dance of Death, but fail and suffer a vicious wound. Difficulty 13, advantage trait gifted. Well, I am gifted, so I'm 3 dice of a 10.
3 dice for a 10. Is this a make roll time, though?
I've succeeded.
Oh, wow. He doesn't want to use those
make roll.
rolls.
Please, right. Come on.
We're going to go Dance of Death, 3 cards. First me, then Rusty, then Tony to end this battle. I have flipped myself an ace in Dance of Death.
Well, that's good.
Did that help us all, I hope? It says, finish the end game with the same panache you had exhibited throughout. Success and save someone else from the dragon's final acts. The player may select anyone to completely protect. Regardless, I am safe. I will decide to protect the commander of Tony. Forgive me, Rusty. I think that's a trait issue of my character. Let me double check that to make sure that I'm not a quisling. I don't really say that I've got respect for the commander, but I probably would instead. A 9. I am not methodical, but I add 3 to that from the quest pip and fury pip, and I've made it. Tony, you're out of the battle. Rusty, here comes your card, Dance of Death. It is a 10. Should be a reasonably good card.
10s usually are. Let's see. Put a few extra arrows down its throat and into its ribs. Best to double tap this monster and ensure it's perished. Fail and add a half d8 steps towards oblivion on your tally of warped outcomes. Difficulty 11, advantage, skilled bowman. Let's see. Where is bowman?
Bowman is probably what? Energetic? Yes.
Energetic. Oh, I am a bowman. All right. Okay. So 3 dice, looking for a 8. Made it.
And we're all out of the sea monster. So Mike was looking for battle for that. I picked my monsters and monstrosity from that, magic monsters and monstrosity. Anything else that people are interested in? I'm sure this is easily Bard's Tale and Adventure as well. Desires fulfilled? Not really, but maybe we can pick up something from the
I'll
post
take magic.
Rusty, you were the last person out of the battle. Give me a roll of 7, and maybe we can collect some pearls or something as a treasure from this encounter. And Rusty has ended up giving us our treasure laden back, these scales of the defeated beast, or maybe babies for Tasha.
Thanks.
And I have left off with
allowed for
Tasha. I
babies.
go over to Fred. Fred on the Distant Man map. Where would you like to move from here? A lot of map to play, guys. So we're probably going to get a third week out of this. And over into what surely must be sudden death. It is a P, Fred. Hope I reveal a little bit of a... We'll move that down before you guys see it. And a P, Fred. Do you have this swaggering of repartee paladin talking mount or thought control?
I got to go let the dogs out. I'll be back.
Okay, Rusty.
Woof, 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 woof.
Can you go out?
Fred, did we lose you again on Skype or...
Yeah, I have the talking at Glorious. I was opening up my character sheet.
Yeah, so talking to Glorious, we're going to pass over to Tony. Tony, do you have any of the P's?
I do. I got repartee and thought control.
Which would you like to lock as Glorious?
Let's try to lock repartee.
Give me 2 dice for 6.
I've succeeded.
And so your repartee is now locked. You are our comic figure. And Tony, you get to move the boat.
Okay. Let's go up here then. Try to get around that horn.
I did that for a reason. So do you want to push on or do you want to go out?
I'm
Well,
tempted to go.
that whole island is almost revealed.
I'm tempted to go on the river there.
You can.
Yeah, why not? It'll be safer. We'll go into the river.
Okay, let me see if I can fudge this just a little bit. And that's where you're at. You can certainly drag the longboat over toward A and continue from there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So that
Where would you
way.
like to go from there?
Let's go here.
Okay.
Okay, let's try to see how far we can get across.
A new island, at least.
Yes, let's go down that.
There are a couple
there.
of rivers there.
Yeah, let's go that
I
river.
want to say that these islands are like 16, some of them are like 1,600 miles across. These are small continents, practically.
Some of them are huge, yes.
We could then drag it
Of course,
across.
that's the demon scale of the model. No, I got this off a Mac Maker program online. I find them gorgeous. You can also turn off and on country markers and army markers and all sorts of great things. I think there's a link in the Vox. And up and down the river, dragging the boat. I will go and do this so you can sort of see what you left behind as well. That battle.
Excellent.
And
The battle.
Getting close though. So let me taunt you, Tony, and do this for you.
Okay.
And let me move you back into the little area. And now, where would you like to go from here?
Still going to be the same area. Yeah, it's going to be the same area to the south there.
Okay.
That's why he was doing it. I was going to say, there's a reason he was doing it. He was trying
I was hoping we'd
guide you straight across.
Okay, so we have hit another area of the demon. The demon goes from invincible to heinous. We are going to have to fight a heck of a thing when we finally get to it. Next one we hit would be great. Now, heinous, when it gets to heinous, let's see what we got here. The nearby island and seabed start to shudder. The players will hear a laugh, and the laugh is coming directly from the south, if that matters. A laugh, and rolling rocks tumble down from the mountainside and threaten to crush the boat. Unfortunately, this is a difficult roll again. So how do we inspire the men to row on, or how do we protect the men from the rolling rocks that are disturbed by the monster's scream? I start with Tony. Tony, what skills are you going to use to protect skill traits or swaggering? Forgive me.
Let's use. That one's been used.
Are you a clever man?
I'm not. No, I'm not clever. Has Better Valor been used?
It is not.
Okay, so Better Valor, I will sail.
Oh, forgive me. Better Valor
was
used. It was one of the first things used. Yes.
Oh, it was used. Okay.
Yes. That list is quite long.
All right. How about heroic swordplay? I will knock the boulders off the way to the ship so they don't hit the ship.
It is a roll of an 11, unless you want to activate your Fury Pip.
No, we'll roll that 11. Oh, a 10.
A 10, you missed it by 1. That means we're going to lose something off of our longboat.
All right, it is undamaged then. The ship is damaged.
We're back damaged again.
What?
Easy come, easy go. And I go over to my character. Well, heroic swordplay, blocking rocks seems like a bad thing. And necromancy has already been used. Animate objects. It's a perfect thing. Animate object. If they're going to roll this way, I can make them roll the other way. It is a roll of 11, and we still got stuff to I won't use my make roll. I think we still got stuff to lose, and we do have stuff to lose. And I will take off. Oh, who grabbed democracy before?
Oh, I did that earlier.
After all this, I gotta believe our men are no longer battle hard. And I go over to Rusty. Rusty, you're AFK, and so we're gonna go over to Mike.
Back.
No, I'm back.
Rusty, you need to pick a swaggering trait or skill to keep the rocks from coming down and crushing us.
Rocks crushing us, huh? Let's see. Well, I'll use pyrotechnics and blow the rocks out of the
Pyrotechnics was actually used by me a couple of events ago.
Oh, well, then I won't use that. Let's see. Have we used cosmic?
We've not used the powers of cosmic. Did you want to open up portals and let them roll through it?
I'll open up a hole and they just go out into the
Double
nether.
check. No, we've used power words and we've used necromancy. I think I allowed necromancy to be used twice by my mistake, but that doesn't count off you guys. Cosmic, go ahead, Rusty. Give me a roll of an 11.
Nope.
And Rusty, what do we lose? We lose our treasure laden, our disease, our camaraderie, our orderly kept, or our inhuman watchdog.
Let's see. Inhuman watchdog.
Okay, we lost basically we had some parrots aboard that were part of the Fae, the water Fae, and we've lost those. I go over to Mike. Mike, what are you going to do to save the boat?
Has battle cry been used yet?
Battle cry, I got to believe it has been, but let me double check. And no, it's not been used. Warn them, Mike. Warn them with your battle cry.
What's our target number again?
Yeah, an 11 plus 1 for the quest pip is a 12.
11 plus 1 for the quest pip is a 10. I'm going to go ahead.
No, 11 plus 1 for the quest pip. You need a 12.
So it's a 12.
Oh, okay.
Plus 1.
Unless you're telling me you went to level 4.
No. I am still level 3.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So it's so we're looking for a tasking.
You're looking for 12 difficult. Plus 1 for the quest pip. You need 11.
Yeah, I'm just debating whether or not I want to blow my energetic right here.
You could. It's only a single roll though, and we got battles coming up, right? But maybe not this week.
It's getting near time, so maybe a make roll.
I'll go ahead but no, I'd rather keep the make roll. I'll go ahead and
The make rolls will not regenerate week to week though, Fred, like the trades.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
I'm
blow
one of
my energetic and get that target number down to a 9.
Go ahead, 2 dice. Still a tough
one. waste of a fury pip.
Waste of the fury pip. Mike, what do we lose? Camaraderie?
Yeah,
you were cheering for him.
The problem is my battle cry is the roar of a bear, so I just scared
Tasha. You still keep that fury pip, I'll say, in the recuperation round right after this, though, Mike.
Okay.
But Tasha, give me a skill, a trait, or a swaggering, please. She's thinking.
Or she's muted.
Or we lost her.
I'm back. I'm here.
Yes.
Has Delver been muted yet?
Delver's not been used.
Because as I was raised amongst the dwarves in caves, we know a thing or two about falling rocks.
Okay, great justification. Give me 2 dice and give me that 11. It's a hard roll. 10. All right, what do we lose? Did we lose treasure laden, disease, or?
I thought skills were a lower roll.
But, no, not in this case. It's we do a mitigation coming up, but.
Or I'm gonna say we lose orderly.
We lost the orderly cap. Yes, rolling rocks down the hill because of a demon screaming definitely is a way to make sure that the men are no longer orderly. It's every man for himself. Fred, the last roll. We can still.
We haven't made one yet, right?
Well, we do got mitigation coming up, but yes, no, you are correct that our rolls have not been successful here. A lot of 4s and 6s.
Oh boy! So what happens if we go all the way around? Nobody makes one.
Nothing. We ended up losing, and then we're going to do a round of mitigation, trying to roll 6s and above to try to get.
Well, my blade is life, so I'm going to bid that.
And you're going to chop the boulders in 2 as they come down, more than 1 if you can. Go ahead and give me a roll. It's going to be an 11. 2 dice.
And well, before I roll, I'm going to blow my.
Sure. You want an energetic and roll you? Do you have an energetic left, or have you already used it?
I haven't used those up at all today.
Okay.
So here we go. Nope.
7 down 1, and life. The life blade did not come through for us. Did we pick up diseases from those rocks, or did we lose our treasure from those rocks? Fred.
What were the 2? What have we got left?
No disease
or treasure laden.
Oh,
I think if you're desperate at the end, you might as well be treasure laden.
Disease. We'll take some diseases.
Okay, we are certainly floating on our barrels of olive oil that we know are valuable. Let's see if we can do something to recover some of this. Tony, I take it you don't want to pass, and we're going to use up 6 more skills, traits, or swaggering here.
Okay. Yep.
What do you want to get back?
I want to get back the vermin free.
Vermin free. Let's kill the rats aboard. How do you do that?
I use the hounds and beasts to get rid of the rats.
Hounds and beasts have not been used, so give me a roll, please.
There you go.
And my character, I've run out of traits. I am a man at arms. Maybe I just need to have a drill session, a pep talk with our friends in the warriors, although I am leading the rowers. And here comes my roll, and a 5. I don't know if a 5 cuts it. I need a 6. So I've failed with my men at arms. My heart is not in this. And Rusty, how do you get a swaggering back for a longboat?
Let's see. I'm going to use my. I think I'll use my barber. Have we used barber surgeon yet?
Barber surgeon, yes, we have.
Okay. How about cartographer?
We have used cartographer. Yeah, one of the first ones we used after Berserker.
Okay. Let's see. How about Bowman?
Bowman was used last encounter. Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see. How about Delver?
Delver was just used by Tasha.
We're running out. Acrobat?
Acrobat. I don't think Acrobat's been used. Acrobat was in one of the Q&Ds today, but Acrobat, Rusty. All right, so Acrobat. How do you restore something to the crew with the Acrobat? Pick the item, and then we'll talk it out.
Yeah. So I think because I'm able to juggle quite well, that I'm going to basically improve the crew to be seasoned.
A seasoned crew from a juggler. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, give me a roll of a 6.
So he's
And we are
screaming at
seasoned
them,
crew
"Are you
again.
not
You
entertained?"
probably were juggling the positions more than anything else. People were in the wrong assignments. Let me go over to Mike. Where would you like to do with?
Has armor smithy been used yet?
Armor smithy has not been used yet.
Then we will get our boat back to undamaged.
That would be a good thing. Keep repairing that boat, Mike. And Mike, since you've done that twice, brought us back from undamaged, I'm going to put you in the position of boatswain. Where is your character, by the way? Would you grab your character? I think you're in first optio, right? And would you please put yourself up in the sheaf position, please? Thank you. And from there...
Oh, does that mean I can get a growth, leadership, or desires fulfilled for level 3 because my high commander just promoted me?
You can. You can. Let's we now go to Tasha. How are you going to improve the boat?
Well, I think that we can certainly we can cure no curse by using hexes.
And which skills, trait, or swaggering are you going to use for
hexes?
Hexes, absolutely. Go ahead and do some counters for us.
Nope.
And it's a 6, and you've made it. Terrific.
Oh, I did. Oh, yay.
Yeah, it's only a 7 overall, and +1 for the quest pip. It's been saving us. And Fred, as our final action of this, which of our longboat swaggering do you think you can improve, and what trait, swaggering, or
let me take a look here.
What skill would you use to do it?
Let me see what's left on the list here. Let's go for abundant stores.
Okay. That's a lot of fishing.
And what skills did I bid for this? How about slave driver? I'm going to drive the crew real hard here.
Let me take a look and see if it's been used. It is not. So we're going to go ashore. You're going to tell everyone they're not going to come back to the ship until they bring a deer or firewood or something else. Go ahead and roll it, please. And you are successful. Now, Tony, I will allow you to deplete either the brew, the food, the horses, or supplies, and give me a roll of 6. +1 with the quest pip is a 7, and restore any of the longboat swaggering, and will also be used ashore. Which one did you want to test? Brew, food, horses, supplies. It's up to you.
Let's test horses.
Horses are going to go to ration no matter what on this. It's whether or not you get any gain. Are you ready to make that roll of a 6?
Yep.
Give me
there
2 dice.
Go.
And which one do we pick up because of that?
You know what? We picked up Battle Hard.
Battle Hard is always a good one to have. All right. We are looking better after that encounter with the rolling rocks. I'm going to go back to the Distant Man map. And from the Distant Man map, I believe Tony was the one I suckered into going into the bay. I'll skip myself. And Rusty, where would you like to go from the bay?
There's some big rivers there, too.
Let's see.
There are some big rivers.
You guys took us all the way over there.
I did.
Well, we still have 3 dudes to find, and I don't think they're going to be clustered together. Right, the blind lamplighter, the dumb gardener.
They are on different islands.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go that way.
All right, Rusty.
Hey, you found one. Good job.
Let's see what we got here.
We finally found another one of them.
And the 4 distant men. Here we go. You have found the blind lamplighter.
Ooh.
Loomis Seamule. Loomis Seamule, the blind lamplighter. And I go over to the bad table. We're going to go back to fighting nymphs. Who's up? It's Rusty. Rusty, you get to fight the nymphs again. We hate the nymph protectors, and there's no magic items to be gained from this, but those magic items could influence play here. And we also have the fact that I will let the spear come into play and allow some person who has the spear.
Tony got it then. Oh no, Tasha.
Tasha, you have +2 for the Fury Pip because of the spear's magical bonus at this moment. Rusty, here comes your card, and it is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. We're going to shuffle. All right, it's sort of late in the evening. How many times should I have to shuffle? You know, you guys make me do this shuffling so much.
7 times. Always 7.
7
Always
times.
7.
Just to say, it would be 7 times I would have to shuffle if I was good at shuffling. But the way my fingers make these cards come apart and
3
back together,
because it is late, Red. How about just 6?
How about
he's done 3? So how about we call it?
3 times 2 is 6? Okay, here comes your card, Rusty. And it is a knight. We love the knights. The knights are good cards. You could possibly get a clue from a knight. There it is.
The sea maids seem repulsed and seek sweeter meat. Your shunned flesh retains the taint of darker places. Success and gain time and receive a clue from the distant man. Difficulty 9, advantage trait gifted, and I am trait gifted. So let's see. So it's an 8, and it's 3 dice.
It would be an 8 on 3 dice, and you have made it. So Lumissimul. Yeah, Lumissimul will relate that most demonic names are typically 4 syllables.
Johnny Walker is related to alcohol, and it's 4 syllables.
That's still, Mike's correct on that.
Wow, it's just, I'm not even going to respond to that.
That rules out red shine then.
And it does rule out red shine. And I will go ahead and flip a card for who's up next. Mike, you got yourself a knave. A knave is probably not a good card.
Knaves are always great.
Knaves are always bad.
I have to blow this joke here first because I was hoping Conrad would be here. Try to ignore the throbbing in your skull from where your missing tooth is while your compatriot nods sagely and thinks to himself, "Shut up, wuss, I've had kidney stones." No. Empty your quiver. The wretched surly hag surely bleed. Fail and everyone loses 1 swaggering. By taking a longboat swaggering, everyone's loss is completed. Now, believe it or not, I just took Bowman for leveling up. So terrific. I do, in fact, have Bowman. So I need 3 dice for an 8.
To avoid the loss of the swaggering.
To avoid the loss of a swaggering.
And you're successful. And I go over to Tasha. Now, Tasha, I flipped the Magician card. You gain a swaggering B. Which one do you gain? And justify it.
Well, I gain psionics because
you gain psionics. Okay.
Because for me it's the natural progression as I move forward from hexes is being able to actually just control people and make them give up that which they desire most.
Sounds perfectly good, and you're using those psionics now to help predict what the nymphs will be doing next. See if I can get a good card for Fred. A 4. I don't know that we've seen a 4 before. Let's see what a 4 does. A practiced in swordplay card. Yeah, I don't think we've seen a 4 before. All right. And here comes a 4 in the chat.
All right, practice in swordplay. Delight in the sport. Your bravery is reckless as you step across the shield wall. fall and knocked unconscious. The battle must end in D8 rounds, else you are pulled below the sea to drown, suffocating in abject delight. If the party has the helm of Mimir, add 3 to the roll. Difficulty 11, advantage, swagger, speed, and guile.
And we
Well,
do,
we do
have
have the
the helm.
I think this one's come up before, isn't it?
Yeah, Rusty got it.
Dragged on there
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
I thought Rusty got the other one with the spear was needed, not the helm. But I could be mistaken. This there's 2 instances
Oh,
where
you're
you
right.
get
I think it
dragged.
was the spear. Yeah.
Well, this is why you have make rolls, and I'm blowing one.
But we have the okay.
If you if before you roll the make roll, the roll is going to be a 7. Do you have speed and guile, Fred?
No, that's why I'm.
Okay, go ahead, take that make roll then. Pick up speed and guile. The next time you'll be able to roll a piece of cake out of hand. Tony, how about if I go back-to-back 4s and you got the same one in the chat for yourself?
Same. All right. Well, I'm the one with the helm.
Helm. Yeah.
So we're looking at 8, 7, swaggering, speed and guile. Do I have speed and guile? I do not have speed and guile, but I want to pick it up. So 2 dice of a 7. I've succeeded.
Succeeded. You got another one for the quest pip. Yep. And so that 9 is successful. Pick up speed and guile R. And we have not gotten the second clue yet, so we're not escaping the battle yet. And I go over to me, and my card is a fool card. What does the fool card portend? The fool card says that I will gain a swaggering L unless I have them all. Let's take a look and see what L is. Hilt punch. Hilt punch is always nice, but conjuration probably suits me more as a magical sort of person. I will pick up conjuration, and I will try to bring the monster that we fought earlier, at least some of his kindred, to help us fight the nymphs. And there's no roll on this; it's just an automatic. And we go on to the next card flip, which is Rusty's. Rusty, here comes your card flip. And it is going to be a queen. Queens are good cards. Rusty may be doing this battle single-handedly for us. In the chat.
Not my type, darling. You carve a path of wretched, flippered fish scraps. Fail, and a random character suffers a vicious wound. Difficulty 7, advantage, skilled berserker. And let's see, am I a berserker? Where is a skilled berserker at? Yes,
is that
no.
a rugged skill? No,
It's under
berserker
rugged.
is
It's energetic.
Is energetic. That makes sense.
And I am not a berserker. Okay, so I'm looking for a 6 to avoid somebody having to get a vicious wound, right?
Yep.
All right. There. Oh my goodness.
Look at
And
that.
Rusty got his best roll.
Rusty
And so
crushes
you don't pick up the skill berserker, obviously, but you do avoid the vicious wounds. I go over to Mike. Mike, your card is? It is the Empress card. The Empress card should be a good card, I would think.
I think that's going to get me a swaggering technique.
How about the swaggering E?
How about the swaggering E? Any E that I want?
A concentration, eminent blade, serene mount, or precognition. You can also take it on the boat because we're not vigilant.
Ah, boy, I really should be greedy and take concentration for my... Tony, do I take it for myself or do I give it to the boat?
Take it for yourself, Mike. Come on.
Okay. So the High Commander says, I will take concentration.
And justify it with the fight with the nymphs, Mike. You started to by asking the commander,
Let's see, what was my last fight? Empty your quiver, the wretched surly hags. I've been shooting at these nymphs with my brand new bowman skill, so it's the first time I've been using it in combat. So obviously I'm concentrating on using this new skill.
You are.
that
You're
I
also,
just
when you asked your commander, should you make the crew vigilant, he gives you the nod that says, no, you are our concentration on the boat. You are our vigilance on the boat. And once again, you've been praised by your leader. You're never gonna give up your faith in him. And we move to the next card flip, Tasha's. Everyone's still second clue is still yet to God. Tasha, you got yourself the world card. What swaggering would you like to get? How about an eye?
I have heirloom right now, but I will take illusions.
Illusions is nice. And how do you justify with your battle with the nymphs? Should be pretty easy.
Well, it's again, it's all about them not necessarily seeing what I'm taking from them.
Okay.
So
You're
I can
using it
create a reality where,
for invisibility for yourself or for part of us?
well, no, it's more just creating a reality where they might think they have something and they really don't.
Okay.
So they might
And
think they have the boat surrounded, but they really don't.
so you created more of them so they think they can't even crowd in. That's interesting. And we go over to Fred. Your card flip is going to be a 5. I don't think we've seen a 5, have we? Yeah, I think we've seen them all.
These weird ones.
And here comes your 5.
Okay, forego the ones directly clawing you and strike at the ones with backs turn. Try and eat the crew. Fail, and a random character suffers a vicious wound. Oh, well, that's horrible. Difficulty 8, advantage, swagger, killer instinct. That's an N? Let's see here. I don't have any N's yet. Oh boy. That's an 8 on 2 dice, huh?
Down 1 for the quest pip. You need a 7 on 2
Okay.
dice to pick up killer instinct, or one of us is going to use their rugged trait, I bet.
We are vermin free.
Ooh.
He could use the longboat.
Yeah.
He could have used the longbow, but he actually makes the roll with a roll of 7. Pick up swaggering killer instinct, Fred.
Yeah, got that.
And you did not damage any of us. And I go over to Tony. Tony, how about a night card? I think that's a good card. Something about the sea names seem to be repulsed by our stench of heroism. You're probably muted, Tony.
Yes, I was. The sea maids seem repulsed. It's that shunned flesh again. Is having that the taint of dark places. Who, me, the necromancer? No, come on. All right, so difficulty 9, advantage trait gifted. The gifted nymphs. Am I a gifted nymph? I am a gifted nymph.
Wow,
as good
you are
as-
gifted too, and you got the quest pip. It's an 8 on 3 dice to gain the second clue.
There you go.
The second clue from Luma Simul. And it is in the chat, Tony. I lost the L, but
Lumacimul. Hey, that's actually, I just realized that's the anagram. Okay. We'll say most demons' names are not regular, neither easy to speak nor elegant in phrase. They may be a word something. It just
Salad.
cut off. They may be a word salad.
So Luma Simul will say the most demons' names are not regular. He also said that the demons' names are typically 4 syllables, so 4 syllables that are not very elegant to say together. That could throw out Johnny Walker, because that rolls off the tongue pretty good.
Oh,
Not
I
as
think
good
maybe
as J.W. Walker, but okay. So I'm going to go
not
over
Remy
to.
Martin. That also kind of rolls
We
off
also
the tongue.
got
too.
the both clues. So now we can try to escape. And I flip a card and get a 10. A 10 for me. I want to get out of here. A 10, the rails are suddenly aglow with that phosphorescent fingers. Success, and instead of gaining time to get a clue, I can get time to get away. It's chiasmic action on the D, and it is I will use my Fury Pip energetic. I want to get out of here. So I am Fury 2 plus 1 for the Quest Pip, and I am out of this battle. And I go over to Rusty. Rusty,
You picked up chiasmic action. You didn't have
and I did pick up chiasmic action. Thank you for reminding me of that. That's really nice to have. It's something I lock on Glorious if that should come up. And I go over to Rusty. Rusty, you got yourself a 6. It's never really a good card. But
6s are terrible cards.
we do have Treasure Laden because it was the only thing we were clinging to at one point in our lives.
Okay, let's see. Entice the throng of devil-spawned sirens away from the warm-blooded victims with the glimmer of jewelry. Fail and fall with a vicious wound. Difficulty 8, advantage longboat, treasure laden D. I could also use my telekinesis. So, right, magic could be used. Let's see. So I'm looking for a 7, and I might as well burn my energetic also. So I'm looking for a 5 on 3 dice. Let's see. Difficulty, longboat laden. Yes. So there's nothing to be gained by only doing 2 dice. Okay.
And Rusty is avoided the vicious wound. Mike, you flipped yourself a 7.
Hundreds perhaps have been felled, tiring. Claim a respite with a sustainable distraction or unpredictable outburst. Fail and shaken. Difficulty 13, advantage swagger, irregular tricks. So that's a 12.
And we have an M on the boat with abundant stores. Thank you, Fred.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just debating if I just want to go ahead and blow a make roll on this. Nah.
Shaken? You're gonna blow a make roll on shaken?
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm debating whether or not to. I'm on painkillers. I'm debating whether or not to use the longboat swaggering on this.
You probably should use the longboat swaggering. You may want to activate your energetic.
7. I've already used my energetic.
Okay.
Okay, we have 7 longboat swaggerings. We have 6 player characters. We have 1 more red cross to find. If I risk the abundant stores and fail, then the next battle we have against the demon could destroy the longboat and send us all to digression tables. So I will not do that. I will just take the 2 dice and try to roll the 12.
That sounds
You wouldn't
great.
be risking it.
I will be rewarded.
You wouldn't be risking it, Mike.
Yeah, because the risking it is only if you're trying to lock something glorious and you fail. Since you can't do that with the longboat, it should be okay.
Since I rolled the 15, I get to take my irregular tricks instead.
You do pick up your regular trick with a great roll that came through for you, Mike. And you're still in the battle. You're not shaken. I go over to Tony. Tony, I flipped you a 5.
A 5. Forget the ones directly clawing you and strike at the ones that's back's turned. Fail and random character suffers a vicious wound. Difficulty 8, advantage, swagger, killer instinct. And I have killer instinct, so I'm 3 dice looking for a 7. I have succeeded. No one takes a vicious.
No one takes a vicious. I go over to my character is out of the battle. Rusty, back at you, and I got yourself a 10. It is a Bane, by the way.
Great. The rails are suddenly aglow with phosphorescent fingers and limbs, faces of the damned and drowned, collected by the sea gods below. Success and to gain time and receive a clue from the distant man. Difficulty 9, advantage swagger, chiasmic actions.
And if you get that 9, it's an 8 with the quest pip. You will be out of this battle, Rusty.
And I have energetic, so I am looking for a 6. Let's see. Do I have chiasmic? No, I do not. So let's see if I can get chiasmic actions.
2 dice.
I did.
And you pick it up, and you're out of the battle. Rusty and I are out of the battle. I go over to Mike. Mike, I flipped you a 9.
The boat is overloaded, weighted down. To douche the fiendish aim, brace and hold the hatches firm, keeping the rising water from flooding the cargo bay. Fail and lose 1 longboat swaggering. Difficulty 10, advantage skill brawler. Of course I'm a brawler. 9 on 3 dice. There you go.
And Mike did not lose a longboat swaggering, but he's still in the battle. Tasha, I flipped the moon card for you. Would you like an S swaggering, please?
I would love an S swaggering. I believe I will take power words.
Power words, and how do you justify that? What sort of power word can you use over the nymphs?
Well, the nymphs are my toys now.
They are?
For me. Yeah.
How many magic swaggerings have you gained this battle? Like 3?
This will be my 3rd magic swaggering in this battle. Yeah. I'm taking all their magic, and so now I just have by simple words I can make them do what they dance on my whim. They give me what I wish.
If you were to use one word to make them dance, and it isn't dance, what would the word be?
Babies.
Take your babies. And Fred, I flipped you 2.
Let's see. All this carnage confided to 50 cubits. Yearn for a place where a man can maneuver. fall and lose 1 swaggering. Difficulty 9. Advantage skill delver. I'm not a delver. So I need a 9 on 2d8, huh?
Which is an 8. Oh.
Fred, you have lost a swaggering. You can take it from the boat if you wish.
What do we got left on the boat?
We've got a lot on the left boat, but Mike is right. We could possibly lose outright if you take one from it.
We'll get rid of
From your own.
good old
From your own.
pure no curse.
Oh God.
Pure and no curse has gone away, and now we go to Tony. Tony, you got yourself gain a swaggering M.
An M, huh? M is irregular tricks, hellish, vibrant hexes, and abundant stores. Well, we already have abundant stores, so I guess I will take. I need a hellish blade. Why not?
Need a hellish blade. Justify that on your battle with the nymphs. It should be pretty easy.
It's as I'm chopping them. The blade becomes stained with their blood, and it remains that color. So it's a hellish color.
It's that phosphorescent color. Remember from the cloying of the boat. Ugly. It's
yes.
And I go on to I'm off the boat, and Rusty's off the boat, or I should say out of the battle. And Mike, over to you. You got yourself an ace.
The maids of the sea fight like speared sharks flopping on the deck. Just beware of the coral claws and serrated bites. They need to worry about my flaming claws and flaming bites. Choice to gain either a clue or one of 2 magical prizes held by the sea nymphs. There are no prizes from these guys. And we've already got the last clue, so this is just making a roll to make a roll.
You to get away, and you already have both prizes. I tell you what I'll do. If you make a roll, you can take a second person with you.
Okay, and you know what else? I already have Mastery of Shield, so I need 3 dice for a 9.
You sure don't want to lock it at Glorious? Okay.
Yeah, I guess I could have locked it as Glorious. And who will I take with me? Tony, are you still in the battle?
I am.
Should I take you, or should I take one of your peons?
I would say take one of our peons.
Who else is in the battle?
You got Tasha, you got Fred.
Ooh, Tasha's probably the one who taught me my Tormentor skill. Plus, she's got all the magic stuff and eats babies. Stay on her good side. I'll get Tasha out of the way.
Tasha, you're out of the battle by Mike's handicraft.
You're depriving Tasha of getting a 4th magic thing.
And
Fred's the one who's put the boat in danger of being completely destroyed if the next move is a demon attack. So
that's right.
Fred's on his own.
Fred, you got yourself a 5.
All right, forego the ones directly clawing you and strike at the ones with backs turned. Try and eat the crew. Fail, and a random character suffers a vicious wound.
And now Fred's going to get
8 advantage swagger killer instinct. Which I have that. So this is what, 3d8 or
3d8, or you can try to roll your roll of a 7 and lock it at Glorious, but you do risk the vicious wound.
And you risk losing killer instinct.
And Fred has made his roll. He does not take the vicious wound. I go over to Tony. Tony, you got yourself a knave.
A knave tells me, empty your quiver. The wretched surly hags will surely bleed. Fail, and everyone loses 1 swaggering. By taking a longbow swaggering, everyone's loss is completed. Difficulty 9, advantage skill bowman. I am a bowman. Thank you very much. I have succeeded.
You've succeeded, and Fred, I got a 4 for you.
Practice in sword play. Delight in the sport. Your bravery is reckless as you step across the shield wall. Fail and knocked unconscious. The battle must end in D8 rounds, else you are pulled below the sea to drown. Suffocating abject delight. If the party has the helm of Minier, add 3 to the roll. Difficulty 11. Advantage, swagger, speed, and guile, which I have. So
a 10 on 3 dice.
It's add 3, right?
A 7 on 3 dice.
Yeah. Does this get me out of here?
It does not.
Not with a 6.
You missed, Fred. Give me a D8 rolls, Fred.
Yeah, Fred's going to drown.
Well, this is automatic death then, right? Because I'm last one.
No.
I would give you Adrift at Sea as a digression, but it's pretty
okay. Let's do that. That sounds fun.
Well, but I mean,
I have a chance to say it.
Tony is
still in the battle.
Oh, I thought I was left alone.
All Tony has to do is get out.
Yeah, if Tony had gotten out, this
So
this would be a moot
1d8
point.
here. Let me see.
Yeah,
Where's
single
the thing?
D8.
High number is good.
Watch that one.
A
Oh,
seven.
There we
seven.
go.
7 cards.
If
Seven
Tony can
chances
accept
for
seven
Tony.
rolls, he got a lot of lucky Major Tarot. Tony, would you like to
H.
justify an H for us, please?
Well, let me see. My mount has been eating the flesh of the what's it called? Of the nymphs, and has gained weight and has become hefty.
Sounds good. You got a flesh-eating horse.
Yes. Oh,
And,
you know what? No, I take that back. I'm sorry. I absolutely take that back. The crew has become battle ready with the fights that they have fought the nymphs, and they know.
That is
But they
a
have to be
very
ready.
selfless thing to do, especially when you advise Mike not to do it. Tony, how would you like to justify for you this gain of J?
Hey, death, huh? Ferocity, Herculean. Okay, well, we already got pure without curse, right? Or did Fred take that away or something?
It
He
did.
did
It took it. We do not have pure no curse. If you want to give the crew pure no
So,
curse.
yes, it's as part of this, we've the menace. We've defeated more and more nymphs. They know that the ship is not cursed. We are pure.
And your final king here, Tony. Maybe you can get away with this one and take
King.
Fred with you.
Repel the sea vixens before they tilt the prow. Oh, they're trying to steal our treasure again. Oh, I hate that. Difficulty 7. Advantage effective spurning. Do I have effective spurning? I do have effective spurning. So,
Would you
3
like
dice.
to lock it as glorious?
Ooh, 3 dice of a 6 or 2 dice of a 6. Yeah, why not? Let's try to lock it.
2 dice for a 6.
And exactly a
Oh.
6.
Enough is enough. You lock your swaggering at glorious, and you have successfully removed yourself from the battle, the last person, and you take Fred with you.
Yay.
So you also
Proud
picked up
here.
2 swaggering for the both. That is a wonderful check of an ignoble for you. Which one is it, Tony?
I'm going to take leadership to know that as a leader, I have to sacrifice my own.
You're going to be a selfless leader for
yes,
us then.
absolutely.
And I would probably check a battle with the nymphs at level 2 for me. It would be heroics. Is it the heroics I want? Yeah, I could probably get better than that later on.
Would they be evil enough for heroics at level 3? Probably.
Yes.
Yes.
They would be.
I will take that.
It all
'cause
depends on what you killed before with heroics, though, Mike. It's not necessarily where you are. It's what you justified
let's
your last
see.
heroics with.
For
I did-
heroics 0,
I-
I killed. Heroics 2 was fighting the nasty pirates.
Yeah,
Large
I had a
pirates.
nasty crew as well of the distant man. And now it's going to be nymphs.
I'll take heroics as well.
As will I.
That was quite heroic.
And we are at 8:51. This is probably a good place to. We can maybe go one more. Nah, we won't push it. It's 8:51. We'll call it quits here. There are 2 more men to find. What do you know so far, Tony? Let's discuss it a little bit.
Okay, the things that we know that the demon smells like lilac. His name is
Related
4
to spirits or
syllables.
alcohol.
Yeah, 4 syllables related to cognac or spirits. Let's get that right. Not necessarily alcohol, cognac or spirits. But it is not a normal name. It is a name's not regular, not easy to speak, nor elegant. It's more of a word salad. So that kind of rules out both Remy Martin and Johnny Walker as cognacs. So maybe something that rhymes with Johnny Walker that doesn't roll off the tongue very well.
Yeah, it is probably not going to be an anagram of the blind lamplighter, because that was a 4-syllable name, and I ran it through an anagram generator just to see if Red was hiding it in plain sight, but it's not going to be that. I only thought of that, Tony, because you spotted that the name was.
Cognacs are like
They're
Remy
all
Martin,
interesting.
Corvus.
So all 4 of these guys will be anagrams. So does that mean the demon will be an anagram as well? Or is this
Vassier.
It's also possible that the demon was the demon's name is 4 syllables. What if 1 syllable of the demon's name is found in each of the 4 dudes that we're trying to find.
That is actually an excellent idea there, Mike. So like Sarah, Samul, or something like that. Sarah Mool and something. I don't know.
I'll make sure that I get those guys' names in the notes that I'm writing now. I'm assuming that I, like you, Tony, am summing up what we know about the demon's name for easy recall next week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be hopeless on this because I've never
Remy
drank hard
Martin.
stuff. So I've certainly never bought or paid attention to it.
Let's see, trying to think of some.
The last
Okay,
week,
I will probably call it quits at that moment and let you all get off the phone, and we will play more of this next